Can we have a show where it's me and you with special guest Rudy?
With me and me?
Yeah, me, you, and you.
Like who would be the special guest?
You. It'd be you, but
me.
But featuring you.
Would it be like the Epic Dragon version of me?
What's the Epic Dragon version of you?
Crate Dragon, excuse me.
What's
Epic Dragon's copyrighted.
What's the Crate Dragon version of you?
It's that guy who interrupts all my Galaxy Games videos with something to say. He's always like, "What's up, YouTube?" It's like different every time. My favorite, I think he's like, "What's up, Vimeo? It's your boy, the MLG elitist here, and I just got to drop some knowledge right now. You know."
Does he in fact drop the knowledge?
Dave Chappelle's a bad comedian.
What?
You know why?
Why?
And then he would say something racist.
Oh. That's bad. Just spitting slander on the show.
It takes like a solid 5 minutes to write a racist joke that's not actually racist, but like just self-implicating.
Okay, gotcha.
I could have come up with it off the top because that would be really bad if I just said something terrible.
I mean, we could always just edit it in post, right?
Yeah.
Like just take it out and insert like a robot voice or something, or just screaming. Just
screaming? Who's screaming?
God.
What? Why?
I don't know.
What'd you do, Jesse?
Listen, it's been a long what? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
This is 4 weeks.
It's 4 weeks.
2 months?
It's not 2 months.
I don't know.
2 months. That's when we started the show.
Oh jeez. Like, I don't know how long we've been doing this anymore.
I know. It feels like it's been the whole road to the
intro.
Rudy, say the title of the show.
Hello and welcome to E3, Road to E3 2023. You're the greatest podcast in the universe.
The whole universe.
Of 2023. Not now.
It has its own separate universe.
We're still getting there.
We're getting there. So is the universe of 2023 separate from like the Milky Way, like our universe?
No, it's the same. It's the same. It's just time is different.
Oh, time.
I saw a bunch of Doctor Who episodes before I came here, so it's all about time.
Did you watch them like as homework for this show or just for your own fun?
I'm gonna be honest right now. I just saw the clips on YouTube.
That's not watching the show then.
That's all I needed.
That's like saying you saw like the train scene from Spirited Away and you saw all of Miyazaki's movies.
There's more?
Yes.
Oh, I only saw the scene where they eat the food and turn into monsters, and that's it.
I mean, you saw the whole movie then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need to see. So it's all good.
Don't eat food.
Why?
It's poisonous.
You need to eat it
Turns
though.
into pig monsters.
I don't know if you know that.
I don't know. That's what my doctor tells me. Ow!
Rudy just hit the boom mic with our ghetto.
This is the last time we're doing the setup here. The studio is the worst. We're independent from the station for a reason. This is the last time.
Did you tweet out that photo of the setup?
Not yet. What episode is this?
4.
4.
Yeah, it has to
Did
be
we
4.
introduce ourselves?
I'm Jesse.
I'm Rudy.
And this is the road.
To
E3.
2023. Once again, we're back. You thought we were gone. We're not. It's been 2 months.
It's not been 2 months.
Listen, the last one.
It's been like 3 weeks.
It's been a long time. It's been too long.
It's been too long.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
But in that time, a lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah.
Involving the show. We have some announcements.
Yeah, I've been awake.
You've been awake?
Yeah. This whole time for 3 weeks straight. I haven't slept. It's great. So what do you want to start with? We got a lot of.
I think we have a Twitter.
Yes, that's true. We now have an official Twitter account for the show, and that Twitter account is, I can't see because it's still in the middle of writing that tweet. Let me make that draft.
I believe the handle is at E3 Road.
God, that's so good.
It's a really good handle. I voted for E3 2023, but then I realized handles with numbers look dumb.
Also, that's taken.
Is it really? I'm gonna look it up.
Ow!
Stop.
Dang. This is.
I see it. It's.
Who owns that account?
It's so
I'm worried now. I'm really worried.
The profile image of at E3 2023 is an anime girl with some nudity in the profile picture. And the banner is of Obama, but his head looks like an egg. Here, I'll show you. I wasn't kidding.
Time for collabs.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You think we should DM him for the handle?
For the account? No, I think we should DM for collabs for sure.
Collabs.
Yeah, let's do it.
They have one tweet.
Yeah. The Twitter account was huge.
But no, we have our own Twitter now.
Yeah, we're independent.
We're independent from the system.
From our own Twitter accounts.
From our own Twitter accounts. Yeah. So yeah, there'll be stuff posted on there about the show.
Yeah.
Whatever we feel like.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
All types of behind the scenes stuff.
But if you go to that Twitter at
what Twitter?
E3 Road,
of course,
you will see at the very top a banner.
What's at the top of the banner?
It's at the top of the banner. Well, it's the home icon, the moments icon, the notifications icon, the message icon. Stop hitting the.
It was a phone this time.
You had the phone. You had the phone with what? You hit the phone with. I thought you hit the phone with your face.
With my face, yeah, of course.
Have you ever dropped your phone on your face, like when you're in bed?
No. Do you ever just like drop your phone violently because it feels good?
Now there's a waveform, like.
Sorry.
But along with, why are you recording?
I don't know. I got bored.
Okay. But along with the Twitter, you're bringing the phone closer to my face.
I'm sorry.
Along with the Twitter at E3 Road, you'll notice a banner at the top of the Twitter account made by not only fan of the show, but also our friend of the show in real life of us.
We are the show.
We are the show. Made by our good friend EJ.
Woo. Yay.
Very talented artist. You can find her at EJ Noodles on Twitter. Super talented artist. Awesome person in real life. Thank you, EJ. Thank you. We're going to try and get this banner on YouTube. We've tried for like 2 weeks, but like YouTube's weird with like banners on there. Or it has to be a certain size, but then they crop it anyways to like a smaller size.
Yeah, that's weird.
And so we got to figure out what to do.
Still love Twitter. So good.
The Twitter one's really good. You should go see it. But along with that, probably the biggest announcement that we literally found out about an hour ago.
Yeah.
The podcast that you're listening to right now.
So we are registered. We have an RSS feed now. We are now with podbean.com. Thank you, Podbean, for your services. Although I paid you $100, so I don't need to there's no ads for them anymore on us. We don't need to worry about that.
Oh, I did not know you spent money.
His licensing, freaking storage is expensive.
I guess that's true.
Each episode that James does is about a gig and a half.
Why is it so?
File storage is usually.
Is it just audio?
100.
Is it just audio?
Yeah, I know. It's good. We do a good job. we do a good job.
It's a gig of.
He would hate to know that we convert them all to MP3s to upload to Podbean. It's sad.
I didn't even know that.
But the YouTube version is the YouTube and the SoundCloud version are certified WAV.
Okay, that's good.
Sexy, smooth.
The highest of waves.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, now that we have an official RSS feed, we can be posted on blogs and all that. And more importantly, we are now on iTunes, officially the only E3 gaming 2023 podcast that is on iTunes right now.
It's true. I checked.
Yeah. Is it really on the store?
It's on the store.
They told me it would be a few hours.
I'll check right now.
But yeah, that was cool.
Do you think that an employee at Apple had to listen to the past 3 episodes?
100%.
Awesome.
They had to.
You think they're a fan of now?
We got a new follower, so yes.
Yeah, we both got new followers. Yep. Yeah. they got the show on.
Yeah, 100%.
You think Tim Cook had to listen to it?
Tim Cook, no. Do you think Tim Cook listens to anything? What's his podcast of choice? Is it White Noise?
Just like Rain or something?
Is it like a mic hooked into like the graveyard of Steve Jobs, and he's just like
looking for inspiration? Like, how do I do this?
Just hears a rustling every time Steve Jobs rolls over in his grave.
You think he you think if he's like watching TV or something with like his wife and like a Samsung ad comes on, he just turns off the TV? Like he's like, I can't watch this.
I don't think he's that bad. Who was the guy who would do that? It was Steve Ballmer, right? Who threw the cell phones out.
Did he really?
It was like some Microsoft like high level administrator that like someone was like on their iPhone and he fired them and like threw their phone.
Oh my god.
It's something violent. I don't remember.
Was this like when Windows Phone was out or something?
He probably he wanted those achievements. He needed to share those achievements.
100%.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
were
good.
Were there any like quality games on Windows phones, like exclusive to Windows phones? I know there was that Halo Spartan Assault game.
That game is now on every other.
I know, but for a while it was only on mobile, I think.
I don't think there's another. I don't know any other games that are on there. I know there's a lot, but I don't know the names of any of them.
Yeah.
Or really care.
You think you get Angry Birds on it?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's the only game you need, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
You spend $40 and get on the Xbox One.
That's worth it. You don't have to worry about microtransactions. Just one solid heavy purchase.
one purchase.
Thick with a CK purchase. But yeah, that's we are on iTunes now.
That's awesome. That is really, really cool.
And we in like the coming few months, I guess, we'll try to push onto Spotify.
Yeah.
But the requirement for that is that we have at least 5 episodes.
Oh, really? So in December, look forward to...
So episode 4 and 5, we're about to do them right now.
Oh, God.
No,
do you really need 5 episodes in order to get on Spotify?
Yep.
I didn't know. I guess that makes sense, just to show that like you're not just posting one and wasting their space.
But apparently iTunes had no limit.
Yeah, iTunes.
So iTunes is like, hey,
iTunes is like, we'll take anyone.
Yeah, you got this far. Yeah. We are live. We're back and ready for ready to share our wisdom.
Ready to share our wisdom
on the future.
From the future.
Now.
But Rudy.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about video games in like 3 weeks since the last episode.
Yeah, it's been a while. Last time we talked, it was post E3. Last time we talked.
It was post E3. Still post E3.
It's still post E3. Yeah.
What video games have you been playing? Finish your water.
Yeah. I just needed a drink for a second because I really wanted to just lose myself in my life while playing Homefront. I played a lot of Homefront 2.
You've been tweeting viciously about Homefront.
I committed a lot of genocide. I really, jeez, this is the same level of introspection that I do with all my games now. Whenever I play them, the game studies in me gets really upset playing this stuff. It's like, oh god.
So did you play the first Homefront?
I did not.
Okay. Because the big selling point with that one was like there was the campaign, but like it was like a multiplayer. Like at the time, it was like 60 on 60 on console. And
why don't you just play Mags?
It's good.
It's 100 on 100. What's better than that?
No, Mag was like 2.
It's more people to kill.
256, I think.
It's 250. Jeez.
Something like that.
Shout out to those servers.
I think they shut down.
Exactly.
Anyways, you're playing Homefront 2.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying? Did you beat it?
I'm not done beating that game yet.
Are you enjoying that game?
I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. It's a cool game. It's a terrible game. It's a lot of things.
Because I've heard nothing but bad things about that game.
What are some of the bad things you've heard about Homefront?
It's a very just average shooter. Like it doesn't really do much outside of like it feels like a wannabe Call of Duty campaign with some crisis elements.
The shooting element feels really weird.
Really?
It feels not floaty. It feels more like more Call of Duty, more Battlefield-ish in like its sturdiness, but at the same time it's even like more slow than that, which is weird. Like the turning radius and everything, and like that might just be me because I play on like default controls. I didn't go like up the turn speed or whatever.
You're playing on PC, right?
I'm playing on Xbox One.
Oh, they look at you.
That Game Pass, yeah. I would buy Homefront 2.
I'm gonna look and see how much Homefront 2 is on PC.
It's $6.99 a month. God, well, yeah, it's just heavy. It's slow. There's a lot of really cool like RPG elements in it that I think could work, could be improved on, but like show potential for a better game. Yeah, it's and like the narrative element is just, oh god, it's
a mess.
It is
$30 on Steam.
That is too much. How
much would you pay?
I would only play this game in a subscription service.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you not even like Steam sale like $5 or anything?
I mean, that's different. That's like at that point, it's like, what's the point of paying for? Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of like paying the publisher for it? Just like,
sure.
Like, what's the kickback the freaking developer is gonna get on like a $5?
They get to spread their message. So what's wrong with the story?
It's,
like, is it just about because it's like North Korea like occupies America?
Yeah, North Korea has something they call some Korean river name, like the Korean River Valley, like Silicon Valley, essentially. Like they have their technological boom.
Oh, okay.
Where they develop like microprocessors or whatever that are really good for like cell phones and all that. So essentially, what happened with Silicon Valley happened in North Korea, and somehow the entire globe started purchasing their technology and all that. So, and it's the Homefront 1 stuff. The game starts out with you as a resistance fighter, with the whitest name I've ever heard in my life, Ethan Brady. You start out
almost as good as Jack Cooper.
Jack Cooper. Oh God. Yeah. But yeah, Ethan Brady he's here. He's looking for a resistance leader called Walker. Don't know his first name. Probably also Ethan. Ethan Walker.
About the Ethans.
Yeah, the Walker is supposed to be like from the first game, I guess. I don't really know. He's probably the protagonist from the first game.
Sure. Got tied in for
the
fans.
Yeah, exactly. He immediately gets captured.
Oh, nice.
He gets like shot in the leg, I think, and he's like captured by the police. And then you're somehow able to get freed and link up with the resistance with a really racist like Boston cop. Nice. At no point, I don't think he ever says a racial slur at any point, but I know he was thinking stuff the entire time, especially with the fact that there was like this, like all like the minority characters are like relegated to like beyond secondary characters. There's like one doctor guy who's like, hey, don't kill people. Why are we killing people all the time? We probably shouldn't kill people. Then all like the like gun-ho guys are like, we just gotta like. All the Boston cop is, of course, like I gotta shoot some Koreans.
It seems like from that description, they're trying to go with the whole like some people like want to try and end this peacefully, and there's another side that wants to just go Malcolm X on it. But it doesn't seem like it's well done.
The people who want to do it violently do not care about civilian casualties.
Oh.
At all.
Nice.
There's very little repercussions other than like reloading a checkpoint after killing maybe like 3 or 4 people, or maybe 5 people. How do I know this? I accidentally blew up a couple people. It's an accident. My bad. I brought a grenade launcher into the peace zone where people were protesting. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. I feel guilty. My character feels no guilt.
Does your character talk?
No, but he takes out his cell phone sometimes and you see his face. Yeah, it's weird.
That's such a weird. Okay.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. This. There's. God. This is.
So I would say safe to say that Homefront 2 not a video game you would recommend.
I could definitely like make a paper on this game in how terrible it is in the same way that Wildlands is, for different reasons. But like I don't know, there's like different ways to go about stuff. Like Mafia. Oh God, I've been thinking about Mafia 3 all week while playing Homefront 2, for obvious reasons. Just it's the same like gameplay wise, maybe it's the same, but like the story for Mafia 3 and what it does, like questions violence in both the mechanics and the gameplay, is so much above and beyond like what you expect to see from that like those AA franchises.
Mm-hmm.
Is it AA is like Homefront and like Mafia 3? Those are like AA, right? Because like
I know what you're saying. Something like because there's a term that a lot of people use called B games almost. You know what I mean? Like B tier games. Mafia 3 is I would say is a AAA game that had the budget of a AA game.
Okay, yeah, you know I mean? That's fair. Yeah, they're definitely like these smaller budget games that are trying to meet the like AAA like aesthetic, and like what Mafia 3 does. I mean, of course, it has like all the other like everyone will harp on like the racial like stuff that it deals with, but it has such a good way of dealing with like violence and like how you display violence and like what people's relationship with violence is throughout that entire game. like protagonist is being questioned and like he's questioning himself. Like you can question yourself in your actions and you have the option to decide. I haven't been faced with that option yet in Homefront 2. I've been like the most like human part about that game so far is the two crazy people that just want to murder people will like leave the room after yelling at this like doctor guy who's just like, hey, I just want to protect people. And like, you don't need to shoot up everything. You only made things worse on the last offensive. 80% of your forces died. Maybe that's your fault, but you know, it's what it is. So he was like, I'm just going to go try to save more lives. The other two people are leaving. And you're like, oh man, did we really do a bad job? He looks back at the guy. He doesn't say anything. The protagonist never says anything. But like that glance back is the most human part of this entire game. And the fact that that's it is really heartbreaking.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up like, you know, the game not addressing so much like violence and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, the obvious trouble like video games on like mainstream media is that like, oh, video games are causing people to be violent and stuff. And even though it's been proven, no. It's interesting nowadays to see more games like address it in ways that like, you know, you think about like Grand Theft Auto 4 and the protagonist Nico in that game, like he wants to better his life. He wants to come to this city, you know, change his life. But like all that goes out the window the second you control the game. You can buy an AK-47 and just start mowing people down.
Yeah,
like it's like a contradiction between like the story they're trying to tell and
say the word.
Say what's the word?
Say the word.
What's the word?
Say it. You don't know the word?
No.
The secret word. The word of the day.
Banana.
The word of every day. Ludo Narrative Dissonance.
Oh,
sorry,
that one.
Yeah.
There's a huge waveform and someone's very upset with you right now. The whole audience is very upset with you.
Like, it has to hurt you whenever you hear that word because it's a terrible word, but, you know, it's a very important word.
But it's cool. It's cool that more games are addressing it now, I guess. I haven't played Mafia 3 yet.
The thing about Mafia 3 is that you have to reach, like, most of these games you have to reach out to, like, because, like, stuff trying to copy AAA, they're not going to be artistic. Or, I mean, they are, but, like, the way that they're going to be, like, artistic in the narrative is not like overt because you're trying to get as many sales, you're trying to get as many butts in the seats to play these games. But like what some of these guys are doing is like they're actually like putting. I mean, everyone who works on games puts their heart into it. But like the awareness that like was that Warehouse 13? What was the name of that studio?
Hangar
13. Yeah.
Warehouse.
They're,
I want to work at Warehouse 13 now.
That's our parody studio.
Yeah, exactly.
But like these guys are like doing really cool stuff. Like there's people at Ubisoft that really care, but then like they make Wildlands. Like it's like you're so close, but then you're off by like there's an attempt. There's always an attempt, and I feel like the attempt in Homefront is just like maybe not the best. Like it's on the low end for sure.
Because you developed it, Homefront.
Oh god,
is it Deep Silver?
It's Deep Silver. Yeah. The Hoodoo You Voodoo people. Yeah. The most culturally aware developers.
It seems like to me this came off more as like it seemed like no one was really like, oh, we want to really make a Homefront 2. We really believe that this is a story we can tell, and more of just, hey, let's try and see if we can.
It's like, hey, let's try a bunch of really cool game mechanics and worry about the story another time. And
because there's like Crisis.
There's a lot of really cool like
because you can upgrade your guns on the fly like you can in Crisis.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot of like customize and like ways you interact with stuff and puzzles. Oh, excuse me. And it's I don't know. It just doesn't like they're not balanced enough to like feel like a fully enjoyable experience.
Like it's like really watered down. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely like feel like I could have turned my brain off most of the time while I was playing that game.
Really?
And I mean, I get there's room for games like that, but like when there's signs of you maybe wanting to try more because they're scripting these scenes, they're like they're developing these scenes that are like trying to build up onto something that's like, hey, we're like maybe let's be aware of like what we're doing here, like of like maybe the characters don't lack awareness, but like the developers are aware of like how they're writing these guys. So like there's a communication between the developer and the audience that about the characters that they're showing, and it's just like it's not being like cultivated as it should be, and that's the most heartbreaking part of that game.
It's also a thing where it's like they have this opportunity with this unique like setting almost.
Yeah,
and especially in a game that like last year we had Wolfenstein 2 came out where they did the whole hey, America gets occupied by someone else.
Yeah,
and they knocked it out of the park with that story. And with this is it's obviously different because it's more modern with North Korea.
Yeah.
But still for them not to take advantage of
man.
that setting, it's kind of a bummer.
I mean, God, like I don't know. I don't know what that game could do more. Like the only thing that game could do is have that conversation about violence and have that conversation about like how they treat like race in Philadelphia, because it's Philadelphia. It's the city of brotherly love, a very diverse city with a lot of tension in it and a lot of like just content you could pull from and like analyze, but it's not happening. Like, why do they choose? Like, they choose Philadelphia only because of like some far-fetched idea of patriotism and like some like weird fever dream that they had that maybe we should like see how the people who like the descendants of people who caused a revolution 200 years ago, maybe let's see how they handle it. But it's like, why like you could have done this in any other city and have like the same like results. I don't know. I just wish there was more. I just wish there was more to it. And I don't know, the game is fun. The open world stuff is some of the coolest. Like, if you could really come up with some more ways to fill it, I think there's a lot of fun to be had. It's worth definitely trying out at the very least. But God, I hold a lot of developers to a good standard because I know they hold themselves to that. That's a lie. They don't.
Rudy's crying right now.
Yeah, I'm crying. I'm crying for the future, and I'm crying for myself because I'm gonna have to take over this.
Is there multiplayer in Homefront?
Yes, there should be. There's like co-op stuff that I didn't really explore too much.
I mean, I imagine the Homefront community is not.
I mean, they're strong, but they're small. That subreddit is like clamoring.
Oh, there's a subreddit?
There's a very active subreddit.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
There's a lot of really cool puzzle elements that they do, and like parkour stuff, but like. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of mechanics.
It seems like obviously you have a lot of problems with the story stuff, but like it even seems like down to the gameplay and the mechanics, there's still not much there to grab.
No, not enough. Definitely not. I mean, I feel like they were probably rushed. Probably like Homefront 2. I don't know what the development turnaround time was, but everybody is like every studio goes through rush.
Yeah.
So I just felt like there could have been more, and the fact that they were like still releasing content so long. I mean, they were releasing like a year or 2 years later.
Like map packs or something.
I'm pretty sure they were. Like I read like a Waypoint story about it, like them releasing stuff later, like way after the fact for a very small community.
Wow, I wouldn't. You wouldn't expect that for like that game came because that game came out like 2-3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, like 2016, I think.
Yeah, so like that's like one. I wouldn't expect like the developers to like.
Yeah,
it's good on them. Like good on them.
Like
that's great. But like you wouldn't expect Homefront 2 to have. Continuing content.
Yeah, I don't know where it like sort of fell apart or like got bogged up, but like seeing what that could be. Is very like if they make a Homefront 3, I'd probably play it.
Really?
I'd give it a chance because I think they deserve another chance in trying to give this like universe a shot or this franchise a shot. I mean, I don't know how the sales went. They probably went terrible, so I don't think there's gonna be I don't know if there's gonna be Homefront 3, but
they could do like a Carl Juarez and make it like a digital download only game.
Yeah, that'd be
like
kind of cool actually. But then they'd have an excuse to be like, hey. Let's keep the bare minimum.
Or like cut corners.
Yeah. Because it just gets weird at that point. But I don't know. Well, who knows?
Is that all you've been playing?
I've been playing some State of Decay.
Oh, really?
Playing a lot of State of Decay 2.
The second one? Yeah.
Too much State of Decay 2.
What do you think of it? Because
it was fun.
I really like that game.
I like it. I get really frustrated when I flip cars over and I can't flip them.
That's a problem.
I don't know. I really liked that I play it very like normally, like, hey, there's neighbors, we're friendly with them. And then I got one character who I like. I don't know. I play games weird. It's I get very involved in like the persona of the character and like very like I don't know. I try to reach for what the developer is like intending when he plays a character and like what. So like I got a random like passer. We saved like some ranger. I don't know if you know that like group in the world. There's like a group called the Rangers.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
And I rescued someone from that group, and like she joined our group, and she's like this like ex-army person or like I don't know. She's like very into guns and very into.
I think I have a character like that in my game as well.
She has like a custom pistol and everything.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
And yeah, my house is all good. My home is safe and secure. We're starving to death, but it's okay. We're cheerful.
How's your community morale?
It's cheerful right now.
Okay. You're hungry, but
yeah, we're hungry, but
you're hopeful.
We're happy. But yeah, I got a mission for. You probably got this mission. It was people were trying to set up like an arms dealer. We're setting up nearby.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
How did you handle that mission?
I went over there and I did what they did. They gave me a special gun and I went home.
Oh, what'd you do?
I think I just cleared out like some zombies in like a nearby like farm.
Oh, is that what they asked you to do?
Yeah. It's procedurally generated, so they could have asked you to do something else.
They
asked you to do.
The girl that I picked up, she was not happy that they were charging a lot for their guns. They were hoarding guns.
Oh, really?
She was not into them hoarding guns. I was like, okay, you know what? I got my best soldier. I got Patterson or whatever is like the basic the army guy that you get at the beginning of the game.
Oh, I don't know if I started with him. I think I started because you can read.
Well, no, not well. I mean, like you know how you go to the first place that you go to in the tutorial.
Yeah, and like the
you know you get like 2 people from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it's been a while.
Yeah.
So
that dude, he is like maxed out guns or whatever. He's like crazy soldier now, and I'm like, you know what? You're coming with me. We're getting like our 2 best guns, and we're just gonna go and be like, hey, in honor of all of my alliance with all my communities, we're saying, hey, don't charge so much money for your guns. You're being a little hoarding right now. And by the way, they set up shop on my outpost. And I got really personally,
wow.
I was really upset about that because I was like, this is
my turf.
Yeah, this is literally my turf. I own 2 outposts in this area and like you're in it. You're literally on the roof of my outpost, right? They were on the roof.
They're occupying.
So yeah, exactly. I go up there, I'm like, hey, so about the prices, I'm gonna be honest, we're not really a fan of your prices. And they cussed me out.
They cussed you out?
Yeah, they're like, they scoffed at me. They literally like they scoffed at me. I was so upset. So the first thing any rational person would do, I shot the nearest person in the head 10 times. Now, of course, that didn't kill them, obviously, because I didn't like say, okay, we're aggro now, so now, like you had to like say, okay, I'm gonna kill you now.
Yeah.
So I wasted a magazine of bullets shooting them in the head. But yeah, after that, I was like, you know what? It's on. I don't like you. So I did that, and they started shooting. Then one guy was like, hey, hold up, don't shoot. I shot him in the head first on accident. I didn't even mean to. Like, I saw the text pop up, and then his brain splatter at the same time. I was like, ooh, I probably shouldn't.
I like that you literally just had a conversation about violence in video games and what it means, and you're like a murderer in State of Decay.
Yeah, like this is so because like this is the first time I ever like murdered a person in the game, and this is like after like maybe 20 hours or so. Like I've been doing a pretty long run of like just worrying about zombies and like helping people. Yeah. This is the first time that there's been like a threat to the community or like not even a threat, but like just rude people. And like
just people that are kind of annoying.
Yeah, and like how would this lady like deal with this problem? And I was like, she'd probably shoot them.
Well, that's the interesting thing about that game that I like is that the story elements in the game are so light. You know what I mean? If you boil it down to like what the plot in the game is, it's just survive. Yeah. You know what I mean? And even in the beginning of the game, when you choose like the character you start off, there's a button you can hit just to roll characters. And so like whatever, and they each have like attributes. Like every character in the game has like a description of like what they did before the apocalypse or whatever. But like when you read that stuff, you start to imagine like your own story in your head.
Yeah, people hate that. A lot of people hate when you do that. Like when developers are like, okay, you deal with it. Or like a lot of people hate having to imaginate.
Oh, I think it's fun.
Imagine.
Yeah. No, I think I like
it. I love it.
In a game like State of Decay, like I think it's like more fun because it makes like certain like connections you make much more like valuable. In a game like that where there's like permadeath, where there's you have to literally gather food for your community. Yeah. Like it makes those stakes like so much higher in a way.
Yeah, that's like when I played Watch Dogs 2 non-lethal, 100%.
Yeah.
No achievement for it, just did it.
Yeah, you just did.
And yeah, it's like how you approach games, and just it's fun. It's fun to do that. People hate on that a lot.
I just like to imagine that you just rolling it. You need to stop being this
Sorry.
people. I'm trying to remember if I had any stories like that. I just remember my community needed like food for something, so I just went around driving, just trying to find food, and I was getting really low on gas. And I found this one random bar and it had like 3 bags of like that food. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So I grabbed all the food, I stashed it in the trunk, and then like it was like at night, and at night in the game it gets like pitch black, like you can't see anything. And I remember a horde of zombies like just coming after me. I was like, oh fuck. So I just went into the car and I drove off, and I drove into a ditch and flipped the car. And I lost all the food. And so I have no car. It's in the middle of the night. I'm really far away from like my community, and I got no food. And I'm like, great.
That happened to me yesterday. I got it stuck in a ditch, and there was a car like maybe 300 meters away from me. I was gonna make that run to that car and just drive out. There was a juggernaut in between us.
Oh, the big guy, yeah.
It was a big old guy, and that was the scariest experience I've had in that game so far.
Was that day or night?
It was night.
Night, it's like 10 times scarier.
It was. Yeah, night is not great. You got to turn that gamma up.
Yeah, just turn the brightness up in the game. Like you beat the developers at their own game. What are you playing? Are you playing Xbox One or PC?
Xbox One, all on Xbox One.
Okay.
Because I got a Game Pass. So.
But you can play it on PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Since you have game, because I've been playing on, because I originally played on Xbox, but when I got my new computer, I can run it on PC.
Ooh, I should probably do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And let me tell you, runs a lot better on PC.
Does it really?
Yeah, because the game's at like 30 on Xbox One. But
it's okay. I have a terrible TV monitor anyway, so.
But on PC you can run it at 60.
Oh wow.
And it's just a better experience. And the game like looks a little bit. It still looks grungy, you know, because the game's not like the best looking game, but it looks like better on PC. So
I might do that. I know.
We should play together as multiplayer.
Yeah. I think I probably like didn't I text you
like
you
did.
This
and then
weekend?
I got super
like,
excited.
Yeah. I definitely needed some help several times. I lost my first survivor yesterday.
Oh really? I haven't lost anyone yet.
She came with a pack of 2. It was 2 people who came who I invited together, and luckily she died at the right time. had a few too many people. She was still a recruit. It had been like several hours. It'd been like 3 days in the game.
I just like to imagine that like you're in like an office and you're like, I gotta let someone go. Yeah. I gotta let someone go.
I was like, I can exile you, but like she was with my leader. But I mean like the doctor, my leader. So they're both going out together. Then like we're trying to take care of a plague heart. And I'm really bad at playing this game. So we got swarmed pretty nasty. Yeah. And I was like, I'm about to lose my leader right now, and I'm very upset. I will delete this game if this happens. And right as like all of a sudden she comes in the way, I dodge out of it. They swarm her. Oh my God. I get in my car. I drive into that horde. I didn't realize I could hit her. I hit her. She survived, but then the zombies jumped on her and she died. So luckily, my doctor is still alive. And,
okay.
Yeah, she's still leaving.
So your medicine stats still up?
Yeah. That's so great. The doctor went back to like pick up her stuff. She's like, "I'm so sorry, honey. I'll put this to good use." I was like, "Oh God."
It's so sad.
Yeah, it was very sad. But I have 9 people.
Oh, that's big. That's a lot.
Yeah, and on a facility that handles 6.
Oh God.
But I made like a barracks, so now I have like beds for like 10 people.
Really?
So.
Have you moved into a new like house?
Yes.
Because I'm right now in a church. I went from a house to a big church.
That's my alternate. I moved into a storage facility in the Northwest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very.
And that holds 6?
Yeah, I think so. It was like 1,500, whatever, influence points, value system. I don't know how that works. Yeah. The game is fun. The game is really fun.
Yeah, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I've been meaning to get back to it. It's just there are other games I've been. Yeah. But like, because I didn't like the first one at all. Like I probably put about 10 hours into it, and it just wasn't my thing. But something about the second one, I don't know, it just grabbed me. Yeah. Like I don't know if it's like I'm in a different mindset now, but like
is it bigger? Because I don't know. It feels like
I think so. I mean, there's like 3 different like maps in the game.
At any point, are you supposed to like continually move to different locations?
That's
like,
up to you to decide. Okay. I think you should in order to like because as you get more survivors, you need more space. And like, cause the technical end of the game is like you reach like some level of like leader or something. And I think in order to do that, you have to get a bigger space as you get more people in order to have like a healthy and maintained community.
But like once you get the biggest space, I don't know. Like I feel there's only 3 tiers of space you can really get, or like maybe
I'm not sure. Like I think you just have to like keep making your community and keep building like your food. And
I don't know what to do once you get to that point.
I think it just like
just stop playing.
You just stop playing. Yeah, I think it's one of those games where it's like you get as much out of it as much as you want to put into it.
Okay,
it's one of those types of games.
I think I'm ready to let go.
Yeah.
No, I still got like 20 hours left. The game. I still got one more space to move into. We still need to play Sea of Thieves. I was waiting for you to play Sea of Thieves. But what I got Gears of War 4 downloaded. That was the first thing I downloaded, but I never played it.
You never played it? Gears of War 4. I enjoyed that game when it came out.
Yeah.
It's definitely just another Gears of War game, but like it's still like well made. It's still incredibly well made.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with that game is that it's the same problem I had with Halo 4, where both in Gears of War 4 and in Halo 4, they had this opportunity to like essentially do a lot of new stuff with the franchise, but they don't. You know what I mean? You're still like, you're not fighting the Locust, you're fighting what is it called?
The Revenant?
The Reapers.
The Reapers.
The Swarm.
The Swarm.
The Swarm, yeah. But like they shoot a lot
Isn't
like
that
Locusts.
just like the Lambent?
No, it's like they're locusts. Let's be honest, they're locusts. But no, Gears of War 4, it's fine. Like it's totally fine. I didn't play them. I never liked Gears of War multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I just played it for the campaign, and I enjoyed it.
I used to love Gears of War 1 multiplayer.
I never liked it.
You did it?
It's too. It was just too like luggish.
Yeah.
And, you know.
It's terrible, but it's great at the same time.
I had a friend who was really into it. I knew a lot of people that were really, really into the Gears of War multiplayer. I got into Gears of War 3 multiplayer for a bit. I think Gears of War 3 is the best one. Maybe that's what has something to do with it. But I played a lot of the Horde mode.
Yeah, Horde was cool.
That's still in my opinion, one of the better like wave based like.
I still like Firefight.
Firefight. I didn't play much of Firefight.
Personal reasons. It's only place you can play Sergeant Johnson.
Your only opportunity.
Yeah, God, I loved Sergeant Johnson so much.
But I've been playing some stuff.
Yeah.
I've been playing stuff. A lot of stuff. I got that Luminous remastered. That's really good. That's a really great game.
That's cool.
It's Luminous. It's
Yeah.
great. It's made by the guy who did Rez. Rez is great. Luminous is great. Everyone should play. Played Hollow Knight. That game's really good.
Really?
It's really good.
I was so close to buying that game, but I held off and got Skyrim instead because I'm shy. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at video games.
It's Hollow Knight's really cool. It has a really cool like world and like aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
But it's still, my favorite thing about it is that it does the thing that Axiom Verge did that I really like, where it's a Metroidvania game, right? Where you're like navigating this like 2D world. But it never tells you where to go. So you get the opportunity to actually get like lost in the world and actually figure it out yourself.
Is there not like a map or anything?
There is a map. So you start out. So anytime you go into a new area, you don't have the map. You have to find this dude who actually sells the maps. Like he's like a I don't know what the word is, but he basically draws the maps. Like he likes to run around and like draw maps. Yeah. So you can buy the map, but anytime you buy one from him, it's not finished. Like it's like he has like a good chunk of it, but there are parts of it where it cuts out.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
But so you have to like as you go to new areas that he didn't go to, and you find a bench which acts as the game's save points. You fill in that part of the map.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show. So there are badges in the game that you can get that act like perks, and one of the perks is that it shows your location on the map. So if you want that option, it's there. But to me, it's really cool just to like kind of navigate because on the map there's like icons of like memorable like things. Like if you run into a room and there's like a big statue on the map, it'll have like a drawing of the big statue, so it can act as like a landmarker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really cool. It has a very depressing atmosphere, so I like it. But no, it's incredibly well made. I want to play more of it. I'm probably like 7 or 8 hours, so still kind of early. The game's like, from what I've heard, like 25, 30 hours long.
Is it an indie?
I mean, technically, it's an indie game on the Switch, so it qualifies as an indie.
That brings you talking about the map brings up like a great point about like development for indie versus AAA and like how just the way that you create difficulties and obstacles is like some people will like call it out for being terrible design, while other people like harp on it for being amazing, like the map stuff.
Yeah,
it's like if you took that out of like a AAA RPG, then it'd be like, well, this is just terrible. Oh god, this is just terrible design, like this mic stand we have set up. But like if you have it in AAA and you use it like in an aesthetic way, then it's like, oh hey, this is really cool and innovative.
Well, it just comes down, like, I think games...
Personal preference.
It's personal preference, but it's also, I think games out of every other artistic medium are the most subjective thing. Like, there are games that I think everyone can universally...
But they have the strongest community that wants them to be objective.
Exactly. But I think like, there are a lot of games that I would like to think that most people can look at and say are objectively bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone can look at a game like Leisure Suit Larry box office bust and say, that's a bad video game. Rudy, that is a bad video game. Don't give me that look. That is a bad video game.
I'm reaching. I'm trying to find something in that game. There's got to be there's some innovation
nothing in that game.
There's a reason the game is so notable.
It's called box office bust for a reason.
Someone had to have made it.
Who made I'm going to look that up.
Who made Leisure Suit Larry?
Box.
I think that's one of...
Bust.
Oh, man. That might be on my list this week.
Team 17.
Team 17.
The worms got
Team 17. That's a shady name.
Yeah.
I don't trust 17. Jeez, what is this? Transformers 3?
They made the worms games.
They made the worms games.
But yeah, game design is so interesting because, like, you know, there are genres of games that people just don't like, just for you know, whatever reason. Like some people don't like RTSs or fighting games for XYZ.
I don't trust JRPGs.
Sure.
I don't hate them. I just don't trust them.
But
I don't trust myself with JRPGs.
But I think for some people, like, when they look at like certain pieces of gameplay design, it's hard for some people to look at it like objectively.
Yeah.
Because you're the one like playing it, so it's like, oh, I really don't like this. But for some people, that's what they enjoy about them. Like, I can say personally, I'm not the biggest fan of fighting games because like they don't control the way I want them to control typically. Like I don't
have that feel.
I like Soul Calibur a lot. I even play like some Street Fighter games, but like for the most part, like fighting games are just not my taste. But I can still look at a fighting game and still say this is a really quality, well-made fighting game.
It's just like it's a medium that's so like communicative and it's all about interactivity. Mm-hmm. But like, oh my god, it's like trying to like have people that immersed in like that in depth with a like an object. Of course, they're gonna like try to project that. Like gamers are like the most like communicative like community out there,
the
so
vocal.
They're just gonna scream out like their own thoughts, like us right now.
Yeah, exactly. We're part of the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Hollow Knight's really cool. I really enjoy it. It's one of the better like Metroidvania games.
I just remembered Octopath came out last week.
Oh shit, that is
we
right.
gotta play Octopath.
We gotta play Octopath.
And just rewind back, erase that JRPG stuff I said. Don't worry about it.
What's the last JRPG you played?
Final Fantasy 15.
Oh really?
That's objectively the coolest fighting combat ever. No,
it's definitely the most like stylish.
It's so cool. It's so cool to like throw your the king.
You paused.
I'm feeling it right now. The Final Fantasy movie is better than 15 story.
Ooh.
It's so good. Oh my god, that movie is Kingsglaive is such a good movie that is so underlooked. It's heartbreaking. Like it has the coolest protagonist who's like he's not even the king. He doesn't even have the power. He's so much like more like humble and just a better person than the guy you play as in 15. It's so frustrating.
Isn't there like big story elements that in that movie?
Yes.
That if you don't watch that movie, there's like giant like plot holes.
They play the part of the movie in the game.
Oh, do they really?
They play parts of it, but like out of context, they don't make sense.
Really?
Like in the movie, it's so they cut this entire. So basically, they have the movie, but they cut the protagonist out of it, and they show that in the game.
Huh. That's weird.
Which is really weird. And like they don't bring up this protagonist ever again.
Is it very obvious when they cut to like the movie stuff versus like the in-game thing?
Sort of.
Really?
There's additional stuff, I think. It's been so long since I played this. But like
Did you beat it?
Yeah, no. I only got like I didn't get maybe halfway. I don't know. I don't know how long halfway is. I don't remember that game anymore. I went back and tried to attack the city, I guess. I don't know what that means.
Really? Because I'm like
I want to go back and play it.
The last JRPG that I played it was
it also has some Hot Boys.
The last JRPG that I played was Persona 5, and I'm like 60 hours into that game, and I don't think I'm at the halfway point.
Yeah, that's
Persona 5 is a great game. I don't know if I'm going to beat it.
We should both start Nier at the same time and race.
Nier Automata?
Yes,
100%. I'm on the C route right now.
About to delete your games.
Jesus. Also, that's not a JRPG, but okay.
The realest threat you got.
I'm going to wake up and I'm just going to hear rustling in my room like...
Is that a Suda51 game? What is Nier? Who made Nier?
Platinum.
Oh, Platinum. Okay. Are they not the same studio?
No. Do you think
is
Suda51 and Yoko Taro are the same person?
Killer 7 is in the Nier universe. I made that up.
Okay. That's the craziest prediction you've made on this podcast.
Jeez.
But the biggest thing that I've done in the past couple weeks is I got a PlayStation VR.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I got one actually. It's funny. A week ago today is when I got it, and Target.
That was a ruckus.
So basically, they gave away like a bunch of 50% off codes that you got from texting this number, and you could stack them onto one order. So basically, I got a PSVR for really cheap.
Okay, so it was the $50 off, right?
Yeah,
$50 off on top of 15%.
It was $20 off a purchase over $50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then you could stack.
Then you get 15% that you can stack.
I stacked like 6.
You can stack 6. Oh my god!
Yeah. It was like 5 or 6.
That's vicious.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. I remember reading
I only saw 4 numbers
because I saw it at like I wasn't sleeping, so I was like it was like at 1 o'clock in the morning when I saw it, and so I bought the PSVR on the website, but I couldn't. All the Targets were closed, so I had to wait till they opened to get it. But when I woke up that day around like 9 or 8:30 or so. They open at 8. And I remember looking at like both on Twitter and the Target subreddit that like some stores were canceling the orders, or the manager would just come talk to me and be like, "Yo, we can't do this." So I was like paranoid, but I just drove up there and like they gave it to me before.
You didn't go to the one that you work at?
No, I didn't go.
Dang, that's unfortunate. You should have just like check care of it yourself.
I got it, guys. Don't worry.
No manager's gonna stop you.
Yeah, exactly. I work here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here to clock in.
Yeah.
What's funny is that the store I went to, I saw a lady come out with like 4 sets of Joy-Cons. It was like
I just couldn't commit. I was up at that time too. I just couldn't pull the trigger on everything.
Really? What would you bought if you could?
I definitely would have bought like every Nintendo game. every like this literally the only time Nintendo games will be on sale.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
the only time they'll have price drops.
I remember at Best Buy they had like Breath of the Wild off. They were like Breath of the Wild's on sale, but it was like $54.99.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like the only time they go on sale really is like Black Friday.
Nintendo is brutal with their pricing.
Yeah, like I think the biggest sale is like I got Splatoon 2 for $40, and it was like E3 week or whatever.
It's probably like a year, 2 years after it came out.
It was a year. Yeah. But no, I got a PSVR, so I've been playing a bunch of VR games and stuff.
You been tripping?
Am I tripping? No. Well, okay. So the games I have for it are Res Infinite. I bought Super Hypercube and Polybius.
Ooh.
It also came with a demo disc, which at first I was like, whoa, I haven't seen one of these in a minute. Like these used to come in like magazines. Like
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool to see a demo disc and like packaged. But what's funny is that you can just download it digitally, but it still says demo disc.
That's so good.
Yeah, but I have a physical demo disc now.
Does it have that like Godzilla monsters game where like all the giant people are fighting?
I know you're talking about. Yeah, no, it does not, unfortunately. It has Moss though.
Has Moss?
There's a demo of Moss.
What the heck is the mouse game?
The mouse game. Okay. That game's actually really cool.
Is it?
Yeah, I played the demo. It was like really short, but like that game like so it's like these like it's weird. So it's a third-person game, but you don't play behind the camera and the mouse. Like it's a fixed camera position, so it's almost like a diorama, like box almost that you get to like look around, and like there'll be like puzzles that like you'll have to solve by like physically looking into a window into another room, by tilting your face to like look at it as you're controlling the mouse and like walking around these environments. And the animations on the mouse are actually really detailed. Like you'll like climb on like it'll be like a small staircase, and she'll like do like rolls and stuff on it. And there's even like, I believe in the main game, there's an accessibility option for deaf people where the mouse will actually do sign language.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. And like I was watching a video because I know sign language, and like it's accurate. Like it's really close. But yeah, I only played the demo version. It's really short, but it seemed really cool. But the first thing I played was Res Infinite, and that is one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. Like, I've always loved Res. Res is one of my favorite games, but playing it in VR, like, it was meant to be in like VR because you're in these like crazy like Tron world or whatever, and you're like looking around. It's just so like it was weird to like experience this game almost for like the first time, even though I played almost every port of it because it's been ported on like the PlayStation, the Xbox, a bunch of different stuff. But Res is super cool, and Area X in it is like kind of mind blowing because like you get to like move around in it and like having all these like particle effects like going off and like things flying at you and stuff, and like I had some moments where like my stomach like dropped or whatever.
Oh
like,
wow!
Yeah, it was like it was really cool. Yeah, Res Infinite is awesome. Wow, it's on PC too, so you can play it on a Vive. Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, you can play it on a Vive.
Hold on.
Yeah,
okay. You just changed the game.
Yeah, Rudy.
Have it at room scale. Oh my god.
That's one of the problems with PlayStation. So
yeah.
With a Vive, you have those lighthouses, and you can put them in like corners of the room, so you have the whole room. Okay. With PSVR, it's just the PlayStation camera, so it's just a straight shot. And in Res, it's okay because like Res, you're just sitting there, but so the tracking on it can be kind of a problem because I was playing Super Hypercube, and do you know what that game is?
Super Hypercube is the one developed by Phil Fish, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The future game.
The future game.
It's a good game.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Really good.
So Super Hypercube, it's a puzzle game where basically you'll get cubes like put in front of you, like almost like Tetris blocks, and there will be a wall in the foreground coming at you, and there'll be a small hole in the wall that you have to fit the shape in. And as every wall you complete adds more blocks to the shape. So as you progress through the game, you're getting these more complex shapes that you have to figure out how they fit into these pre-generated walls. And it's really challenging. And the cool part is that the blocks are like right in front of your face, so you actually have to look, like tilt and look like at the wall and like move your body around. And it's really cool. But in the game, they show a diagram of the controller. Like it has it's like in like the neon aesthetic, they show a neon outline of the controller, and it's tracked with the camera. Almost every single time, like the controller just starts drifting away from me, like in the headset. So like I'll be playing like normally, but like I'll look over and the controller's over there.
Is that PSVR exclusive?
No, it's on Vive now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Is he a top 25 developer for you, Phil Fish?
Phil Fish? I think the two games he's made, Fez and Super Hypercube, I think are both fantastic. So
like, I mean, as an individual designer or developer.
I would talk 25. Yeah, totally. Like he's
definitely above notch, right? Please say yes.
Yes. Yeah. No, his games are awesome. No, like you look.
That's just so incredibly like innovative. What he did with that game it's impressive.
What, Fez or
both? Yeah.
Well, Super Hypercube is awesome because like it's like, this is a weird comparison, but it's like Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
Where Geometry Wars has the one mode, and it focuses on that one mode, and that one mode is awesome. Super Hypercube has one mode. It's the game. It's the main game. And it's so well done.
It's like an innovation on Tetris.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. Like, well, it makes if you think about it in terms of like a VR game, like, because when people think VR, they think about moving around this environment, right? Yeah. And you're shooting guns or you're
on dates. Yeah.
Exactly. Gun kata. But Super Hypercube like forces you to actually like think about this space and as far as like looking around this object and turning it and like forcing you to think, okay, I have this 3D shape in here. How do I essentially make it fit through a 2D plane? And so you're having to think of both at the same time. And in VR, it has this neon 70s aesthetic. It's like if Atari made a VR game that was an arcade game. Like, it's so cool. And like him and his whole design team on that really nailed it out the park with that game. Like that's a like in my eyes a must-own VR game. And like we talked about Fez, and like Fez was just such a surprise because like that game starts off, you think of it as just like a simple like Mario collectathon almost, right? Yeah. With a cool like 3D like perspective changing thing with you shifting the world. But by the end of that game, and once you like figure out what's actually going on in the game, you're deciphering like a language.
Yeah.
And like in recent years, that game and The Witness were the only two games where I actually brought out paper and started like drawing stuff and like figuring stuff out. And like Fez is a really cool game.
Yeah.
Like both they're very different games, obviously. But yeah, Phil Fish. That guy knows what he's doing with game design.
He knows what games are and what he wants games to do.
Mm-hmm. And Super Hypercube, like Fez is much more. I want to say deeper, but more going on. But Super Hypercube does one thing, but it does one thing so incredibly well. I love it. Like, thinking about it now, I just want to play it. But the last big VR game I've been playing is Polybius. Do you know what that is?
Is that a bullet hell game?
Kinda, yeah. It's made by, oh God, what's his name?
Does it sound really familiar? Is it like Gradius?
Kinda.
Or Gladius?
Yeah. Who developed Polybius?
That was like a side-scrolling like bullet hell.
Yeah. It's,
unlike the not the Atari, but like an early console, wasn't it?
Well, the name Polybius was a.
Oh yeah, that's the parody of the
It's basically a game that doesn't exist. Like that name for a long time. That name meant like a game that never existed. It was like a game that was like impossible or something.
I saw that Angry Video Game Nerd episode.
Yeah, but Polybius basically it's an on-rail shooter. But it's in the style of like early like vector games. I guess
that's cool. Oh God, I love vector games.
And it's like here. Have you seen footage of it?
No, I don't think so.
Here, I'll show you.
Oh God, I love like vector graphics so much.
Oh, you're gonna love this
vector
game.
Aesthetics.
So let me turn the brightness up.
I was like really debating and buying like what's that? It's like the Vectortron or something like this.
Oh,
really,
yeah. So this is the game right here.
Oh boy.
So it's an on-rail shooter with like these crazy almost vector-like visuals, and like the sounds in the game are very old school static. Like they're straight up sound bites from like Missile Command in there on the Atari 2600. And there's like
Is that vector or more like polygonal?
It's more polygonal, but it has like almost like a Tempest like style to it.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean?
Like Thumper.
Yeah, like Thumper. But like this, so you can play this game 2D normally on a TV, but playing it in VR is fucking crazy. Like the game literally gives you 4 epilepsy warnings before you play it. It literally says make sure you do not have like you consult your doctor like 4 times.
This is way too much stimulus for a lot of people.
And like I was playing it like I'm normally cool in VR, but like there's like this game is really intense, but it's awesome. It is like the sense of speed that you get because like I think it's only on PlayStation VR. You can only play it on there. Like that looks crazy. It's like a tunnel, like a rainbow tunnel.
I would throw up. My eyes are terrible.
But there's like these double horn gates, and every time you go through one of those, you gain speed and a shield that breaks through stuff. So you get points where you're going like super fast and like you're dodging all this stuff and you're shooting things. And there's sound like they straight up sample a fax machine for a certain enemy in the game.
That's so good.
And the game's just this, like it's different levels, and you're just going for like high scores. It's kind of similar to Super Hypercube.
Okay.
It's just like score based. But the experience of just like going the speed and like the sound effects that go off, like it's really cool. Like it's one of the coolest VR things.
Is it procedurally generated?
The levels aren't, but I think the enemy placements might be.
Okay, that's cool.
I need to play more of it. I only played like about 30 minutes.
That's some like serious vaporwave aesthetic.
It's really,
that's 100%
really crazy.
What that is.
It's really crazy. And like the soundtrack to it is like very like fast paced. Yeah. And there's just straight up a lady who gives airline assistance tips throughout the whole thing. She's just blaring it in your ears. Yeah, it's super cool. Polybius is awesome. I think it's only on PlayStation VR though. But it's really awesome. There's a one point where you have to chase a fried egg.
That what? Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool. Like watching this now, like both this and Super Hypercube are what it's like if people like Atari and arcades were making VR games in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish there was more of that.
Yeah. It goes to think because I was thinking about this because like, you know, this like you showed me the Vive and that was my first VR experience. And so I played stuff like Arizona Sunshine. I played Fallout 4. I played The Lab, Google Earth. But you know, I got, you know, very short times with those. This is my first time actually getting to like own a VR headset and actually like go through stuff. My favorite stuff in VR hasn't been necessarily like the big scale stuff. It's been games like Super Hypercube and Rez and Polybius where it's like very like abstract, and Thumper too. Thumper's really awesome in VR, but very abstract stuff.
Have you played Tetris Effect?
Tetris Effect's not out yet.
Is it not out? I
No.
thought it came out.
No, it's in the
It
fall.
didn't come out during E3?
It's coming out in the fall. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I also bought a PSVR
Yeah.
for Tetris
Yeah,
Effect,
that
because
game looks so good.
I'm super excited. But even Tetris Effect, it's not like
Score tech, very aesthetic.
yeah, well, it's not like porting like Skyrim over
Yeah.
to like PSVR or whatever. Like I really want to try out Resident Evil 7 because I really like Resident Evil 7, and also I want to see what that game's like in VR.
Yeah.
But when I think about when I play games in VR, like I just don't see myself sitting like, because I normally play games like in long settings, like 6-8 hours if I can. I can't see myself with that headset on for like 6-8 hours at a time.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I've maxed out and maybe like 3.
Yeah.
4.
Like I think the most I've gone is like 3. So it just makes me wonder, like, with VR, like the type of games that are gonna stick with people. You know what I mean? Like, what are the big VR sellers? And to me, if someone was asking what's a good VR game, I'm gonna recommend like Super Hypercube. Versus something like Arizona Sunshine, which is not I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It's just compared, I think Super Hypercube is a better VR experience.
I feel like it's more of a deep cut.
Yeah.
Into like games themselves rather than like it depends who the audience is.
I guess.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Because like I don't think I could take someone like just someone who plays like Madden or something on like part time or like Fortnite, like a kid who's just like barely starting like games and stuff. And like if I set them in front of like Arizona Sunshine and then I set them next to like Thumper, like Super Hypercube, they're probably gonna go to like the zombie shooting game.
That makes sense.
And,
No, that totally makes sense. It definitely appeals more to a mainstream crowd because when you think about VR, like the first VR made motion controls make sense. It was the first platform to really do that. Even though the Wii was like super successful, like
the Wii had a really good rail shooters.
But like VR, like it makes motion controls are one better, but also it makes sense. And so the obvious thing is like, oh, I'm gonna shoot guns. Like that makes sense, right? There's a full-on trigger at the bottom of this thing. But there's just so many of those, and like very rarely do you see one that like does something new, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. But I guess it just depends on personal taste.
I have been also playing a game by the Arizona Sunshine developers. I don't remember their name. Called I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. The game I think it's called Skyworld. They're out both like in a developer bundle right now. But that game is really like what they did with VR in that game is just incredible. It's like think of Hearthstone but in VR.
Oh, it's like a card game?
Think of Hearthstone with an RTS in VR. So it's essentially like
Vertigo games.
Yeah, you got a kingdom, then you're like moving pieces on a board like Civilization, and you want to like grab more and more spots. And then it switches to like a combat mode where you got a deck of cards like in your hand that just appears, and like you grab your cards and throw them onto the map, and it turns into units.
Oh, okay.
And like they automatically like start going towards
it's like
objectives.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, this game is Yu-Gi-Oh!
They finally did it.
It's so good.
Really?
You switch through levels by like bringing up a menu, and there's a giant lever, and it switches like what menu you want to go to.
That's really
It's
cool.
a lot of really cool like ways to interact with everything that I think a lot of VR games are missing out on like implementing, and I think they just did it right. I think like those like Vertigo games like really knows what they're doing with a lot of VR stuff. Like even their gunplay and everything is some of the best on the Vive.
I will say when I played Arizona Sunshine, the tracking with the guns and this thing was really well done.
Yeah.
Like it was very like 1-to-1. That game's also on PSVR, and I looked at some footage. It does not look as good as the Vive version.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh dang.
So my PSVR bundle came with Doom VFR, and so I played that.
How did that go?
That game is bad.
Oh, no.
That game is.
I almost bought it, but I didn't.
That game is okay.
Is it? I really like Fallout VR.
Fallout VR is a better game.
Okay, good.
And I didn't like Fallout VR.
Oh dang.
Doom VFR. Okay, so like when you think about Doom, the 2016 version of Doom, that game does such an excellent job of pacing, right?
Yeah.
As far as, especially with the weapons, like pacing out when you get these weapons and like making sure you feel slowly throughout the game you're getting powerful and getting new items.
Yeah.
the game within the first like 20 minutes gives you like half the guns in the game.
Oh wow.
So there's no, and literally like
I thought it was literally the same game.
no,
Is it
it's a completely different thing. It's like
Wow.
it's like a side story that's going on during the same time. You're playing as just some dude.
Wait, you're not Doom guy?
You're not Doom guy.
There's legally not allowed to be other people in the Doom universe.
Like literally the game starts with you in an elevator and you hear Doom guy fighting demons outside like the elevator.
Oh wow.
And like then like the elevator doors open and then there's a pinky demon and he just kills you. And then you come back as like a hologram or something inside this robot body, like Samuel Hayden from the main game.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
And like then like it's just like so there's one point where like okay you start out in this room, right, and then you leave, and then there's a door that needs a yellow key card. So you're like, oh okay, I gotta explore this environment, find the yellow key card. You literally go into the next room. You basically start this Roomba essentially. It goes into this vent and then it comes back out with the yellow key card. It's like there's no even like satisfaction with like navigating the level design and trying to find like hidden stuff. Like the game just hands everything to you. And then when you get into the combat, like it uses like the head tracking. So like where you look is where you shoot.
Yeah.
And then you just pull the trigger and shoot.
Whoa, that's weird.
Why?
Wait, so your reticle is like locked on where you're looking, and you're just
you're basically you have the control in your hand and you're looking around and shooting.
That's not a move game.
You can use the move.
Okay.
Mine didn't come with the move though. I imagine if you had the move, you could just go like this.
I
But
don't know.
even then in the combat, like there's teleporting obviously, but then there's you can use the right stick to like move at 90-degree intervals.
Why would there be teleporting if you have a controller?
It gives you the option. Well, I don't know if it's a thing to where like, because I know some people have said that like when you move with the stick, but you're able to move your head like this, it doesn't match with like the game's speed, so it causes some people to get really sick to their stomach. It could be an option I could turn on. I haven't looked.
I have it turned on for Fallout.
Really?
Yeah, so I have like joystick running, and at the same time I run in my room and sometimes slam into the wall. I forget how much space I have in front of me. This is once again getting too immersed.
You're in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, Doom VFR is just a bummer. Even when there's like the glory kills mechanic is in there, but when you like, so you'll damage an enemy and he'll start glowing, and you have to teleport to him. So you think, oh, I'm gonna teleport, and then it'll do the animation. No, he just explodes when you teleport to him.
The fact that you can't it doesn't come with the controllers, like the move controllers, just like beat a zombie or to like punch a freaking demon is very unfortunate.
Yeah, the game's just a bummer, like front to back. Like I played like an hour of it, and the whole time I was just like, this is just not. It's just lame.
I will say I hugged Preston and Piper a lot.
You hugged them?
Yeah, I would try to hug them in VR, and they try to leave me all the time. So it was very sad. So, but I still like that game.
I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah. So Bethesda didn't do super bad job.
I will say that like Bethesda's, they're like the only like big AAA developer really like behind VR.
Yeah.
Like Ubisoft has done some stuff like Eagles.
Brought to you by Assassin's Creed.
But and even PlayStation is, because obviously they have the whole PlayStation VR. But as far as like a development studio, but their VR output hasn't done anything for me personally.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, like they're doing that Wolfenstein 1. I really like Wolfenstein 2.
I'm so hyped for that drone stuff for
but
Wolfenstein.
I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I haven't
I'm
liked it.
I'm gonna force myself to like it.
You're gonna force yourself to like
Yeah.
it. But no, I hope that owning a VR headset and playing all these games, it really made me realize, like, if you really think about the history of games, like right now with VR, we're in like the Atari 2600 like era of VR stuff. You know what I mean? If there is a future for it.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, like it's just like the games for the most part are either too complicated for what the technology can do, or really simple, like straightforward, like arcade stuff.
Yeah.
And the arcade stuff I really like. That's the stuff I enjoyed the most. But that stuff's not moving units. You know what I mean? That's for like video game enthusiasts like me and you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like in my head, I don't see someone playing Skyrim for like 8 hours straight or something. I just don't see that possibility. I see them playing for like 2 hours, but like I don't know. I guess just it's just I think it's just a big hassle of like hooking it all up, getting everything to work. It's also super expensive. Like there's just so many hurdles with VR.
I get winded after 3 hours of playing Fallout VR.
Really?
Because I do melee only, and I'm running around my room the entire time and hitting stuff, and I hit my arm a lot, and it hurts.
I'm surprised you haven't punched out a window.
No, I got other more valuable stuff to break first. That gets in the way.
But I will say PSVR. It's the most comfy of the headsets I've worn because I've worn an Oculus before, and like it has instead of like on the Vive it has the foam.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation, it's like rubber.
Oh, I switched mine to leather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they have like insoles that I
okay, that's good. Then it's probably maybe it's on par with the PlayStation VR, but like it's just the most comfiest and easy to like put on and like get going.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. You know, a lot of VR stuff.
It's been very game heavy. Very we still got an hour to go. God, we've been talking about games for a long time.
I mean, hey,
it's a gaming show.
It's a video game. It's a video game podcast.
You're here to learn about video games.
Absolutely.
Dang, yeah. God, do I have any more VR stuff? I beat Gorn.
What's Gorn? Is that the barbarian game?
Barbarian game.
How do you beat that game?
I killed everyone.
All right.
I did all the there's boss battles that you do, and you just got to keep winning arenas to unlock more.
Oh, really?
I think I got the last one, but like apparently I skipped a character or something. I don't know how to fight. I don't know, like there's a missing guy I haven't unlocked yet. But the final boss guy that I fought, he was a giant, and he had a little person on his shoulder who had a bow and arrow and was shooting arrows at me while this guy with a giant axe was trying to kill me. So I did what any rational person would do. I grabbed the axe and pulled it out of the guy's hands.
Oh god, that's really cool.
And I punched the little person off of his shoulder. And then I immediately killed the little person with the axe and punched the big guy in the head to death.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool that's always the cool moments in VR when like you use real world logic or like I'm just gonna grab this thing out of his hand.
I just realized I explained that wrong. So it gives you a mace. I forgot it gives you a mace. So what I did, I ran up to the guy, I threw the mace at the little guy and it knocked him off.
Oh, that's
then
cool.
I went and grabbed the axe and I pulled it.
Cool.
But it was good. It was a fun final level, and now that the game is over, I'm kind of sad. But it makes me feel really cool when I have two swords in my hands and I'm like, what you do? And spinning around and stabbing people. I find there was like a little short sword that I never used. I thought because it was like a toothpick thing. It was like you just poke people with it, but you could never get that good like physics on it to get a good stab in. I found the right like amount of movement that I need to get stabbing going. Yeah. That's it pulls out hearts. It's crazy. I pull out people's hearts all the time. It's great.
That's crazy. That must be like a shocking moment the first time you do it. You're just like, oh god.
Yeah, almost as shocking as when I beat a man to death and ripped his head off.
In Gorn?
And then killed another man with his head.
It'd be funny if you were like, no, I know Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I didn't Watch Dogs. Yeah, my non-lethal run. He's not dead. He's just on ice.
Exactly. No, that's cool. That reminds me. I really want to play Super Hot VR.
Oh God, yeah.
You can just grab shit out of the air.
That was freaking me out. That game was freaking me out too much. I was like, I felt like I was playing like a Ouija board and I was inviting demons into my computer.
Rudy, you can play it in your face now.
Dang, my computer is haunted. I'm scared. But yeah, it's been good for games.
It's been good.
It's been a good month.
So, it's been summer's typically slow for games,
yeah.
But there's a lot of cool, well, I guess we're playing like back catalogs.
Yeah, we are definitely playing back catalog.
It's like when I was looking at my game library the other day, I'm jumping between like 3 like 60-hour plus games, and then I bought a VR headset.
Yeah.
like I'm playing that. I'm playing like Persona 5, Yakuza 0.
Oh God, I want to play Yakuza. I need to play some Yakuza games.
Yakuza 0 is pretty good.
Is it? Are they all on PS4?
They're good from the way they're going eventually because 0 and they remade the first game on PS4.
Okay.
And the second one's coming out in August. Actually, the second like remake of Yakuza 2.
I wonder if I should. My PlayStation's unplugged right now because I'm lazy. I need to switch out my Xbox to my PlayStation. God, I'm so bougie.
I'm so bougie.
We gotta. Do we have games this week? Do we have any new predictions this week? Do you have any new predictions this week?
Let's see. I don't know if necessarily predictions. I saw this article where there's a rumor about Microsoft's next console. Did you hear about that? So this is, I don't know if this came out today or yesterday, but basically it's rumored that Microsoft's actually working on 2 consoles at the same time.
One of them is HoloLens ready.
One of them is HoloLens
One of them
ready.
is a new.
One of them is new.
It's going to be 5 years out.
No, it's the Xbox 360 too. But it's under codename Scarlet right now.
Scarlet?
Yeah, that's like the code name.
Oh, that's hot.
So they're doing like a traditional console, like it's like an Xbox you plug into your TV. But then apparently they're working on a game streaming service.
Wow.
That's the rumor.
Almost like sort of like lens-like device that you could just stream anywhere. That just turns the world into your game space.
You are super hot.
Jeez.
So I don't know if I have any new predictions on that. Like,
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
Do you think game streaming will be a thing in 2023?
Oh God, I hope so. Yeah, probably.
Really?
Everything's gonna be streaming.
Do you think internet bandwidths will get to a point where it'll be like that accurate?
Yeah, infrastructure's always improving.
Because like the thing is, you can do game streaming now with PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
And I tried it out, and like it works, but like there's definitely delay. Like.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you say game streaming? Sorry, I thought you meant like access to games.
Oh no.
Download.
From the way that it could be mean that it was kind of vague.
I don't know. Interactivity over stream is freaking rough.
I mean, I could definitely see game streaming as far as like you look at Game Pass and like me and you just got that recently.
I like that.
It's a great service.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really cool. Not only because you get all the new Microsoft games coming out, like Forza Horizon 4 is a game we're going to be able to play the day it comes out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a craft.
You get to play that boat.
Yeah.
But
Jump Force coming out first day.
but it's also just having like that back catalog of stuff. Like I downloaded Fable Anniversary to my console because I was like, fuck it, I might play this one day.
Yeah, oh God, I forgot. I beat Fable 3. Beat Fable 3. Yeah. Sorry. I raised 9 million gold on my own. Stop moving the microphone. It's perfectly level. It's fine.
You're banging the table. It's moving the mic.
Sorry. Oh God, I got the perfect ending. I'm a hero. I didn't make any orphans. I didn't make any prostitutes. I did everything by the book. I invested my real estate empire. I am a socialist monarch. Everything is owned by the government. You pay me the taxes. You have free health care. It's perfect. Perfect console. Perfect game.
Would you say would you say that Peter
Molyneux is a visionary? Yes. Is he top 5 developer? Yes.
Who's above him?
Fable 3, the best game in the Fable series? Yes. Come at me.
Have you played any of the other 2?
I played 2.
All of it?
Yes.
Okay.
He gets shot. Walk outside and get run up
by Peter Molyneux. He's going to assassinate.
He'd be like, I didn't even like 3 that much. How dare you? Oh God.
So you enjoyed Fable 3?
I really.
I never would have thought you would enjoy a Fable game.
Really? I love Fable.
Really?
Yeah, I love the Fable series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I love American RPGs.
British.
I mean, Western RPGs. I should have said Western RPGs. Because like KOTOR is like... KOTOR is probably my favorite. KOTOR 2 is probably my favorite game of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I'm a terrible person. Because I think the second is better than the first. Come at me.
Is it more popular, or is the first one more like universally loved?
Everyone, the first one is on iOS.
Is it really?
Yeah. The first one's really good. Second one, better.
Hot takes.
Yeah.
We should have a segment of the show just called Rudy's Hot Takes.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the show. All the politics stuff. Hot takes. Yeah. But
the fact that you got to play through all of Fable 3 is cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Because otherwise you would have to like find a used copy of like GameStop.
It's so hard to get that. It's impossible to get Fable 3 on PC.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Was it on PC?
It was on Games for Windows. So you would have to buy a CD of the game. Like you couldn't download. You can't even buy it off like the Windows Store.
Yeah.
So it's just,
That's the same problem with the Viva Pinata games. Like they're on PC, but only on Windows Live. So you can only play them. Now the easy way is you can play them on the replay on backwards compatibility.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's good.
Yeah. So, that's one of the advantages of game streaming is that like it helps game preservation, which is a really important topic because like game preservation is really hard.
Yeah.
Because you need that hardware.
Yeah.
But stuff like the Xbox One has been really killing it as far as like not only is a good chunk of the 360 library on there, but they're putting the OG Xbox games on there, which is awesome because those games are really hard to emulate on a PC.
Did you ever play the original Knights of the Old Republic?
No, I never.
It's on Game Pass.
I know, I saw.
Pretty sure,
I need Is that a good game?
Yes.
Is it really?
Both of them are really good.
Really? Both are?
The second one is critically acclaimed. This is how good the first one, how good like people love the first one. It lost out to Game of the Year to Half-Life 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's number 2 for 2000 to 2010.
Really?
It came in number 2. People love that game. People hate the third one. Obsidian made the third one, so they better not.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
Second one, sorry.
Second one.
Third one is the Star Wars The Old Republic. That's a different subject. We can get into some legal schemes about that another time. Gold farming's great. Sorry, what?
But no, game streaming that's a, like, it's important. It helps game preservation. It helps, preserve old games. But I also read an article this morning, actually, where Nintendo is suing this guy who runs this ROM site for a bunch of Nintendo stuff. They're suing him for millions of dollars. Yeah. Like, it was
Is he in, where's he located? Is he in the U.S.? Because you can't be running ROMs in the U.S. You can't be running ROMs where they can reach you.
It didn't say. The website was loveroms.com.
Oh, God.
And it was just a ROM site. Like, you just downloaded ROMs. But Nintendo was like suing them. First off, they did a cease and desist, so he had to take all the Nintendo stuff off there. But according to this Kotaku article, it said the company is asking the court to award $150,000 for the infringement of each Nintendo copy, but up to $2 million for the infringement of each Nintendo trademark.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Does this guy think like he runs ads on it? How much money do you think he makes?
Well, I don't think he's running ads on the website.
He doesn't even have ads on the website.
It's just a ROM site. It's just a ROM site.
I mean, but most ROM sites like have ads on it to like
their
donationware and like ad stuff to like support the hosting. Let's be sure.
Let's find out. Well, the website's been shut down.
No.
Oh God. That's crazy.
Nintendo's got shooters.
That's crazy.
Reggie got him on speed dial, like outside this guy's house.
Nintendo is
showing up at a Pizza Hut delivery.
Nintendo's such a weird company because they're so Disney-like with their presentation, right? Like so family friendly, and like they have arguably the most iconic characters in the games industry. Yeah. And like they're so like Apple-like with their products of like, everyone knows about the Switch, everyone knew about the Wii, stuff like that. But like they have the same thing of Disney, of this dark like underbelly of just like protection of their intellectual product that's like scary almost.
Oh, for sure.
Like they'll just throw money around like nothing.
Because they know they got the market that they needed to. They didn't go for the hardcore gaming market. They went for the people. They went for like just everyday people, and that's their goal. That's what Apple's goal. Apple doesn't go for like the high end. Normally they don't go for like high end like PC builds or anything. They go for like what like societally like what is the majority. So it's just like Nintendo's game, and they're really good at it.
But do you like? I want to know in their head, like, are they worried about like just losing the profit, or of like hacks and stuff of like modifying their characters?
They're worried about not being able to sell future releases of the same game over and over again. On new consoles. Because like you can't import your games that you bought on the Wii U onto the Switch.
But the thing is,
you can't import Wii games onto the Wii U.
A lot of these games are like over 30 years old at this point.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like you can't even like they will charge you $15 for like a freaking like Fire Emblem or like any like Earthbound or something.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that at least on their current generation with the Switch, they officially announced that they're not doing like a virtual console thing or whatever.
They're not?
No.
What are they doing?
None.
They're not gonna have any way to. What about that service that they were gonna do like online?
They've been very dodgy about that. Okay. Like just being very unclear of like what that is exactly, because they have their online service coming out where it's like Xbox Live where you pay them like however much for to play games on the internet. Yeah. But they haven't gone. For as far as I know, like they haven't said much of anything about like because it used to be you were able to download like one like Super Nintendo game like a month or whatever. Yeah. But then you would get a new one at the end. But then they said it will be they'll have each month they'll have 3 games that you can play. Okay. But then they haven't said much about that. Like the first batch of games, they said it was going to be Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers, the arcade game.
Wow. Okay.
Ice Climbers, and I think Balloon Fight. Hey, and Balloon Fight's an awesome game.
Balloon Fight.
I love Balloon Fight.
Yeah,
That's
balloon.
one of the best NES games.
Okay.
I'll stand behind that.
Yeah, Balloon Fight.
But they haven't said much about that. So it's just a thing where it's like, I guess you could buy a Wii U and play those games, or even 3DS plays a lot of them. But like for stuff more obscure, like, you know, if I wanted to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors, like how would I go about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess that's just like the hippy dippy internet, you know.
Yeah, you got to be. It's that whole keep the internet free and all that.
Yeah. But I mean, this isn't the first time they're doing this, so I'm not surprised to see him. It's just, it sucks for this dude.
Yeah.
I feel bad
That's
for him.
so terrible.
$2 million for each infringement on their copyright. That's what they're asking for. I don't know if they're going to get.
They got like 50 titles.
I mean, what's however much this guy had on the site.
Yeah, it's probably like what? Like, what's this? It's not a huge catalog. It's maybe like 100 titles.
Who knows?
On both the Famicom and like, oh god, like, if it's the same version, if he has the US version and he has like the SNES and the Famicom version.
Think about it, if he has an emulator on there for the Famicom, he has an emulator on there for the NES, he has an emulator on the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, if you got
GBA, all those.
Yeah, and however many games
this guy's dead.
He's dead. But
they own him. Like, God, Nintendo's freaking ruthless.
Do you think they'll still be like that by 2023?
Nintendo's going to be interesting in 2023.
Yeah.
Because, like, the market that they're looking for by then is a lot darker than it is now.
It's a lot darker.
So, who knows?
They'll be there to shine the light.
Yeah, Nintendo might be more high-end gamer-esque in the future.
Really?
Yeah.
Mario on Steam.
Yeah, Mario on Steam. You know... is it about time for? Have we been going through updates? You got any more updates?
The only
news reports.
The only like new thing I have is this is a thing that came out last week, but Hello Games showed that No Man's Sky stuff.
Yeah. Sorry,
I've never seen you more excited.
Oh god, I put so much time.
I never played No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky saved me from a bad breakup. Oh god, I put 40 hours. I broke up maybe the week that game came out. I played that game nonstop, so hard. Oh god, jeez. That game came out the week before school started in the fall, and we broke up. And then I had a week off. No, okay, I had to go to work. I had to go to work like out of town for a week straight, and then after that week, I would start school. So like I had an entire week left to myself. All I did literally was sit on this couch and play No Man's Sky, and I felt the Atlas. I had faith in the Atlas. It was like almost a religion to me because I am a religious person. I know how to interact with things in a religious manner, and the aesthetic they were going for, and like the feeling that the developer wanted you to have towards this like Atlas fictional thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put myself into it because I don't want to deal with my emotions. So I just threw myself into this concept, and like I went hard in that game. And then I came out of that week, and I never wanted to go back to No Man's Sky again, alone. I'm too scared to go alone. So
well, you're in luck because with the No Man's Sky next update, they're finally adding the multiplayer. And
Star Citizen is finally getting released
after all these years under a new name.
Oh jeez.
But No Man's Sky. My problem, the elephant in the room with that game is the whole shit show of like the post-release. To me, like, I didn't care much about that stuff. To me, it was more the actual game's design. Like, it was just aimless in a way that wasn't, attractive to me. And also, it was really the repetitive game structure of you fly to a planet, you grab your minerals, you pirate your ship, you go, you run out of gas, you go down to another, you do the same thing over and over again. For some people, they like that. For me, it wasn't my thing. The trailer for this and what they're promising, like, looks like a more engaging game to me.
I just want us to get. I feel I'm approaching it the same way I did State of Decay. Don't have a goal in the end. All I want to do is get with my friends and get a cruiser, and then be like Power Rangers in space.
Power Rangers in
space.
And
just shoot up stuff. Oh, we could be Star Fox.
Oh, God. Dude,
me and Ryan. Oh God.
Can we like get the controllers for that one Ubisoft
Ryan
game
is slippy.
And only play up. Oh my God.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
God, that's perfect. You're the rabbit.
I'm the only survivor from the old guard. I'm sorry, Fox. I'll let your dad die. Bring up the truth. Are you texting Ryan right now?
No.
Okay. Oh, God.
I should just text him, you're Slippy.
You're Slippy? Yeah, just out of context, you're Slippy. You know what? I brought up Star Citizen earlier. That lawsuit went through.
Wait, what?
Someone sued Star Citizen.
By 2023?
No, now.
Wait, what? I didn't hear about this.
Okay, this might not be accurate. From what I heard, someone sued Star Citizen because they put in $2,000 to the Kickstarter and didn't get anything in return, and the courts awarded him his money back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just typed in sue Star Citizen and
Oh, God.
okay, here's a Polygon article.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. reading. Sorry, I'm reading.
Yeah, it's there. It's happened. The guy definitely.
This article is written in December of 2017.
December 2017?
Yeah.
I definitely read something like a few weeks ago that,
Really?
like last week, that something new had happened. But that's okay. Oh, jeez, the mic again. No, that's God.
That's crazy.
I had so much high hopes for that game. I mean,
this is
everyone did.
Crytek suing Star Citizen.
Crytek is suing.
Yeah, this is weird.
Oh wait, that's way back, isn't it? Crytek was a while ago. There's definitely like an individual backer who
Really,
sued.
So what happened?
He sued because he put like $2,000 into the Kickstarter, and he took it to like court. I don't know. I don't think it was like small claims. It might have been small claims, but he was like, "Hey, I didn't get anything back. They promised this, this, and this, and they keep pushing their deadlines back." And that is probably setting precedent for his entire Kickstarter to pull their money out of that game.
Here, I think I found it. So this was from last week, actually. So a man he gave them $4,500.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wait, hold on. This is a different story. Hold on. Who is this guy? Oh, who is this multi-millionaire putting in $4,500 into a Kickstarter? It's like a financial advisor.
This is weird. So this article is a week in review. It's a week of the news, and the sentence here that I read.
Is that an RU site?
No, this is PC World. Okay. So it says. The sentence is, plus, the story of a man who tried to sue Starson and get his $4,500 back. Todd Howard says it never say never. But that's a separate story. That's a separate story. So I read it as Todd Howard got $4,500 from the Citizen guys. I was really confused.
That's how bitter start. Oh my God, Todd Howard would be the most petty person. He takes his $4,500. That's the game that he's making. That's the game Bethesda's making. They're gonna undercut Star Citizen. Oh my God, this is 2023. This is the real 2023.
This is an article from the future.
That game, that sci-fi game Bethesda's making. It's a new Star Citizen.
What is it called? Starfield?
Starbound?
Starfield?
All these games are real.
Those are all games on Steam.
Yeah, these
right
are
now.
all Steam games.
What is it? What the fuck's the new Bethesda game? Starfield?
It's definitely like Starfield. It's
Starfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
He definitely got so petty.
He's getting that game funded.
Yeah, he's making his own. He's making his own Star Citizen.
It's the same name. He just buys the IP.
They got scrolls. They can do whatever they want.
Okay, here's the Star Citizen story. Star Citizen continues to be sort of a slow motion train wreck. It's so burned from
God,
PC.
good writers.
So he just got his $1,500 back. He won the case because of the terms of service that they
that's scary precedent for that Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, any Kickstarter.
Yeah, any Kickstarter at this point, yeah.
Yeah, because because you always hear the horror stories of Kickstarter games where
they never come out.
They never come out, or they come out not as the game they were promised.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this can be a legal action.
Yeah.
It makes you go to that. I imagine for developers, it adds that decision of hey, do we really want, this is a commitment that we're making, even though asking people for money should have already been a sign that, hey, you should probably make the game that you're promising to make, but
Whew.
That's crazy.
Yeah, God, that's brutal.
Crazy
That's
part that
hilarious.
Todd Howard did it.
Yeah, that's so good. That was so good.
That's a weird. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I didn't know this was a week in review. So like the sentence read as, "Hey, this guy sues." It's literally plus some story of a man who tried to sue Start Assistant and get his $4,500 back. Todd Howard says, "Never say never." Oh, that's great.
That's a true freaking Todd Howard line.
Yeah. No.
Oh, man, he is 100% the American Hideo.
I think we went to dinner last week and you asked me who's the American Hideo. And I said Tim Schafer.
Oh my God. It probably is. Who would be Todd Howard? Who's the Japanese Todd Howard?
Hideo Kojima.
He's
Yokotaro. Instead of a Pip-Boy head, it's that mask he wears.
Oh God. Hit my head again. Jeez, it's so good.
But no, that's all the new stuff I have.
Oh jeez. Yeah. I got a few. I pulled out a few new predictions.
Oh yeah. Lay them on me, Rudy.
So
tell me about. Rudy.
Let's go to the future for a second.
Tell me about 2023 and take us on the road. To that year.
Well, first off, we got some Microsoft updates because this is a continuing saga. We got to update the old predictions, anyways.
100%.
So we have new information on Steve Ballmer's body.
Oh God!
Turns out it was brought back by a team of necromancers from Undead Labs.
What?
So apparently, some half of their research team went into learning how to be necromancers. And that's how we got zombified Steve Ballmer back with the quarter soul of Peter.
Oh, nice.
We're on a first name basis now. We're on the malls.
We're on the 4th episode, so it's fine.
The next one says, "I lied last time." The Xbox New is coming out in 2023 after all.
Oh, okay.
I think I pushed it back to 2021. Or I brought it forward. But it's definitely going to take a while because they're making the 2 consoles, so obviously it's gonna be a while.
Wait, so what's the second console called?
I still don't know the name of it. We're still waiting for word back on it. But it will feature full mixed reality. It's got the AR, it's got the XR, it's got the.
But Rudy, I believe that contradicts a news article that came up the last time we recorded where Microsoft said that they're not going to do.
I think that also contradicts the current article that said they're making 2 new consoles.
Damn.
Oh my God! I forgot. I wrote that there was a second console coming out for this. I predicted the future correctly.
Rudy. The road.
It's oh my God.
It's being paved.
There will be a second console release.
Okay.
Called the Xbox Cuerpo. That's the widest I've ever said that word before. I said it for you,
Rudy. Can I ask a question?
Sorry.
What is the Xbox Cuerpo?
It's the Xbox body. It's the Xbox just therapeutic simulation. So it uses mixed reality. It uses some Kinect. It's bringing back the Kinect.
Okay.
And it's just using that to be in medical facilities to heal bodies.
Oh, okay.
So this is not something for gamers necessarily, but it gamifies a lot of very important stuff.
The healing process.
Yes. Remember when Microsoft, they released that whole accessibility package? Think of that, but in console form.
Okay.
So this is sort of their goodwill.
This is a side note because you said the Kinect, and that reminded me. At work, someone returned a sealed copy of Kinect Adventures.
Oh, I need that. I need to put that.
But it's not in our system, so it comes up as nothing. So I could technically just steal it.
Put it in a frame.
I know. I was like, this belongs in a museum. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the 2 big updates I have from Microsoft. We have new exclusive titles coming out.
Tell me more.
I definitely put this in the wrong order.
Oh God.
But we'll just start out with the Mass Effect Amistad.
I want to play Mass Effect Amistad.
You don't.
So there's the Milky Way galaxy, Andromeda galaxy, and the Namistad galaxy.
Jeez. This tone deaf. This is actually a very tone deaf, self-destructive title created by a secret team at Sony to sync the Neo.
Okay.
So it was released on their platform under one of their shady third parties. So who knows? We'll see how that game goes in the future. This is a new way of competitive warfare that's happening, some business games industry warfare.
Oh God.
Through development, which is wild.
Through development?
Yeah. They're making stuff to inevitably sink the console of their competitor. So
Wait, hold on. So a team at Sony is trying to develop a game for the Microsoft console that's going to make the console
They're pretending to be a third party. They're spies.
Oh, shit.
So
that's some espionage.
Yeah, exactly. The future is going to have like gaming espionage.
This is like the Cold War.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Listen, when you have like a world global incident that just like
I keep forgetting about that.
It just like terrorizes the lives of so many people. Like so many things are off the table at this point.
Yeah.
So many things are on the table now because it's like, well, you got a lot of stuff to do. But yeah. Next up, we have the Bastion HD Collection.
Is it just one game? Is this like the last Guardian HD Collection?
It comes with a Bastion HD as well as a copy of the soundtrack in HD. But it works with like, so you know the technology that Nintendo has on the Switch for 3D audio for what's it called? It's the HD audio.
You mean HD Rumble?
HD Rumble? Yeah, it's definitely HD audio. It's in the new.
I like that you're wrong, but you're still like, yes. Anyways.
Sorry. All right, moving on.
Go ahead.
We also have a new title from the Dark Souls studio. What's the name of that studio?
Dark Souls?
It's From, right?
From Software.
Yeah, From. They're first party now, right?
No.
Oh, wait, who's first party? Ninja Theory, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a Ninja Theory title. I didn't think it was a Dark Souls.
You thought Ninja Theory made the Dark Souls.
Yeah, I was like, for a second, was it Platinum Games? No, it's all the same studio, right?
They're all Japanese.
So it's called Light Souls. Think of Dark Souls, but the Bible, and you play as David as he growingly becomes a more terrible person by the end of his career.
So wait, this is by Ninja Theory?
Yes.
And it's an Xbox new exclusive.
So think of it, it's a third-person action game. You're playing as David. At first you start out with a sling. You're killing literal Goliaths and giants.
Yeah.
You're moving on. You're fighting people. You're going to wars and stuff. You become more and more terrible person. And it's essentially Dark Souls, but in a biblical setting.
Okay. I mean, that actually could be a cool game.
Am I dropping real game stuff here? Yes.
You got a project file somewhere.
I definitely pulled this off of another design doc. Next up, we have Budokai Tenkaichi Cross Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm.
That is the stupidest name for a video game I have ever heard. My God, what does the box look like? It's just text for half of it.
It's just like shirtless Naruto and Goku hugging each other, but like covered in oil. It's a great cover.
Okay. I mean, yeah. There's a market for that.
Yeah, it's a market for me.
Is this an exclusive to the new?
Oh, 100%. This is a very Xbox Microsoft heavy game.
Damn, that's a big win.
Yeah, this is a huge win. Yeah, dude, Microsoft is swinging for Western, for
Japanese,
Eastern. Yeah,
they're spending some money.
Yeah, did you see how this year's E3 went? We already talked about it. Yeah, it's by 2023 they're gonna get their foot in the door. Yeah, real good. Next up we have Pipeline 2. Fill 'em up. In quotes, I put, "It's not Leisure Suit Larry. I swear to God." Oh God.
What do you do and pipe it up?
I think you're a plumber that goes to people's homes to fix their plumbing.
Yeah.
And they try to seduce you, but you just try to get the pipes cleaned.
You're just trying to do your job.
Yeah, you're trying to do your job while also trying to like put off these feelings that they're sending towards you.
This sounds like a bad silver dollar game.
It could be, or it could be a great game.
I can't argue that.
Next up, we do have an actual silver dollar game.
Oh, nice. Is this the sequel to Pipe It Up?
Yeah, it's called Get Swole, Dope to Pope. So you're a heavy gym rat that's you're just starting off trying to get swole, trying to get those muscles in. And then you realize that you start using dope to get stronger, and you eventually become the Pope. But in your transcendence to popehood, you realize that doping is wrong and stop doing that and just become all natural muscles.
Are you still the Pope?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You become the Pope.
Yeah. So it's a walking simulator.
100%.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What button do you hold down the dope?
I think it's X to squat and then B to inject yourself.
Oh, that's an awkward button combination. Do you have to hold X while you're doping?
Well, that's the thing. You can't squat while doping at the same time. So you have to take your
you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
It's the heavy rain.
Because you can't like hold the X while press. Like that's a weird way.
Yeah.
So like it's very difficult unless you're. You don't want to do weird combinations. But yeah. We have one more title for the new.
Okay.
This is a heavy week. We got a lot of titles.
Seriously.
We have Head and Shoulders 2, Knees and Toes.
It's a name that gets stupider the more you think about it. Wait, so was there our first? Was there our first Head and Shoulders? Because the two. Okay, when did the first one come out?
The first one came out, I believe it was 2020.
2020.
It was like at the tail end of the Xbox One, but the tail end for the Xbox One lasted for like 3 years, so it took a while. But it was essentially try to revitalization of the original Kinect. They try to resell them as like USB 3 adaptable stuff, but it just didn't market well. Now that the new Kinect is coming out with a Cuerpo, and the Vive is just the new is just very freaking AR heavy. Now they thought it was a good time to bring back the movement-based minigames collection.
Nice. So wait, so it's a minigame collection?
Yeah, you're essentially playing gym class.
Oh, so it's like a workout thing.
Yeah, it's a workout thing.
Oh, that's beneficial.
But in like the setting of like a elementary school gymnasium.
Huh. Why elementary school?
Because that's when you get the best mini games.
Like what?
Like just redoing musical songs while stretching. Playing Clean the House while throwing stuff over. You never played Clean the House?
I don't know what Clean the House is.
You play with those carts on the floor. Of course, this is in VR, so you're gonna be scraping your butt on the floor while like moving.
I like that. I like that VR technology has not developed yet. To where
it's not hard light technology. Calm down. That's 2028. What?
That's a separate podcast.
Listen. The Reavers brought technology. It's a different story. Okay, it takes a few years to develop. It's not for this podcast. Not now. Not yet. Give us 10 years.
Give us. We haven't got that one approved for iTunes yet.
Next we have that's pretty much it for Microsoft.
Okay.
We're gonna head over to Sony.
I will say I'm only interested in Mass Effect. America. Amistad.
Ooh, there's some. Man.
So is that the first Mass Effect game to come out since Andromeda?
Yes.
So that's
it's a sequel to Andromeda.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you'll understand. Yeah.
I don't want to.
Next up, we have PlayStation, of course. Sony.
Okay, Sony.
And I'd like to present you with something special.
Oh.
This is the PlayStation Viva live in studio.
Oh my God.
Live in studio.
Rudy brought his PlayStation Viva.
Hold on, let me turn it on for you. I think we should film the presentation. This is quite a bit to show off.
Oh my God. Should I record?
Here, let me set up the video for you.
Okay. This is the PlayStation.
You got it?
Now I'm recording.
Okay, cool.
Here we go.
This is quite a testament to technology. Let me turn this bad boy on for you. Of course, I still got the cellophane on it.
All right, there's Ryu.
Yeah, it's Ryu, of course.
Can you tilt it up a little bit?
Yeah, there you go. See it?
There we go.
Perfect. The perfect screen, the perfect brightness, everything you need.
Yep, the light glare and everything.
Now here we are.
Okay.
We got some good titles like Dinosaur. We got World of Fighter.
Hold on, can you move it? The glare is like
right there.
There we go.
Got it?
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah. We have Knights and we have Chain Commander. Unfortunately, technology for touchscreen has retrograded and we no longer have access to that. But here we can play some cool games from the past.
Right. These are. Yeah, I know.
We got some Neo Geo in there. We got some CPS. I don't know what that is.
Some GBA.
We got some GBA. We can play some Pokemon. Some Crash Bandicoot. We got some Dragon Ball. Ad.
What's ad?
I think it's a Star Wars thing.
Are these games from the future, Rudy?
Yes, all these games are from the future.
Even Mario Kart GBA.
I'm pretty sure that's Donkey Kong. Mario versus Donkey Konga.
They just couldn't fit the Kong into the.
Yoshi Super. All these games from the future.
The glare's back on.
Oh God. My favorite here is the FC console. For FC Dallas.
I think that means Famicom.
I don't know how to read.
I want to play Jurassic Boy 2.
Yeah, Jurassic Boy 2 is pretty hot. Let's load up a game and let's.
Okay.
Oh yeah, look at those graphics.
This is great.
Aesthetic.
This is great for the audio
This
listeners.
is aesthetic.
What is this, Rudy? Okay, I'm gonna. It's the Sonic. They got the Sonic logo, but instead of Sonic, it's a dinosaur.
Now it's a pink dinosaur.
Now it's a pink dinosaur.
Oh, and he's doing the thumb thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is.
Can you turn the volume up for the audio listeners?
I think that's as high as it's gonna go. Let's see. Does he start speeding up or
Oh, he's going. Oh god.
He's full Sonic. He's full Sonic.
Dude, it's like Polybius.
He's full Sonic.
Like
oh god.
Get the coins.
Oh god. Yeah. So we'll play the rest of this at a different time. I want you to see when I stop it, it goes to this weird pause menu where you can save. It has a slot for a TF
cheating.
card.
Rudy, what is this? What is this?
This is the portable multimedia player. And it's got room for a TF card. You can put a controller in there with, I think, USB-C. I don't know what that is.
What is this? I've never seen one of these. Can I hold it?
Press quit for a second, and you can. You also got a video player.
Oh god!
Or an MP3 player.
There are
so
two
you can,
videos.
You can play music.
It's Don't Want to Know and Starboy.
It's Starboy. I don't know what that is. You also got.
Wait, can we play Starboy?
We can play Stand By You. I don't know what this is. I didn't play any of these yet, but this is definitely a.
Okay, there's water.
Yeah, there's water going on.
Yeah.
Oh god, I broke it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go
back. Wait. There's a lady.
I'm pretty sure that's a Pitbull video.
Is this the Lord music video?
I don't know what green light is. It said Pitbull and Flow Rida. Okay, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Bring the screen back.
You got it.
This is
HD.
What is
Full
this?
HD.
What is this thing? Rudy?
Now there's also one more really cool feature that this has.
Is this from the future?
Actually, we're gonna record our next podcast on here because it has audio recording capabilities. And
so Rudy has this thing. It looks like a PSP Vita.
It's the Viva. It's from the future. It's 2023. This is what will come with the Viva. Now, of course, I have about 2 hours 43 minutes, enough for one podcast.
Wait, is this our podcast?
Yeah. No, this hasn't been recorded yet. I don't know what this is.
Play it.
Oh no, this is the next recording. It'll make wave 3. But once you go a little bit further, we can actually look at our files. It has a PDF reader, a TXT reader, all your stuff that you need.
So it's it looks like a PS Vita, but like the interface is like a ROM hack thing.
Yeah. And of course you can see all my pictures. Oh God, what did I do? I got pictures on here because you can take photos. It's got a camera, and it's really cool because it actually works. And look at that! Look at that quality.
Wow.
Let me take a picture of you.
That is like low quality camera. There's the camera. It's like a small dot. Like
I backed out on accident. I don't know how to take a picture with it. Oh, sorry. Just stay right there. Beautiful.
Rudy's taking the most longest picture I've ever seen in my life.
Now we just this is very terrible. This is like a CES conference.
Seriously.
But this is
what
the worst.
is it? Where did you get this?
I got it off Amazon.
Okay.
From the future.
I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah, go ahead. This is a very cool device.
Is this like a ROM hack like PSP or something?
This has no parts from PSP other than maybe the casing, but is in fact a full-on future past emulator.
So is it just an emulator thing?
Pretty much.
Mega Man.
It feels great, doesn't it?
I like that it feels like something. I like that the game they have a Mega Man game on here. It just says Mega Man, but it's Mega Man Power Battle. Oh yeah, which is a fighting game, I think.
Yep. It has remakes of classic games, and it's really good.
Yeah, FIFA. I like that you have FIFA 98.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the good FIFA from 2098.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 5.
I didn't say how far in the future. This is wrong. But
the Gundam video game is just Gundam.
That's all you need. But yeah, it shows pretty much everything. And it's,
so how high of can you get a PlayStation 1 game on here?
I do not think so. I think the highest you can go is GBA at the moment.
Really, GBA?
Yeah, but that's all you need.
Okay.
All I need.
Yeah, Mario Bros. 3 on here, but it calls it Mario Bros. 4.
It's the future.
That's not an excuse.
That's 100%.
That doesn't fix it. You have 2 dinosaur games on here called Dinosaur.
One's good, one is super good.
That's on the back of the box. It's super good now.
It's just the way you want to go.
Pretty. This is interesting piece of technology.
Consider that. That's only an addition to the full-on bodysuit that the Viva is, but this is like something that you can pull off and like play at any time. What'd you stumble upon?
I went through the pictures because I wanted to see the picture Rudy took of me, but I found a picture of him. It's him in a poncho with the Vive, but in front of the Vive he has a Naruto headband, and it looks like he's holding 2 guns. Like he's about to shoot. You look like a bad version of Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Oh my God, Rudy.
Oh God, this is too much. It's terrible.
And you just have pictures. There's pictures of cars in here.
Oh, the hottest cars.
Sorry,
I've been shot.
Sorry, I laughed. I saw the picture of me.
Beautiful.
This amazing 2-pixel camera, 2 megapixel.
2 megapixel. That's all you need.
Why do you turn this off?
There's a power button on the did you say goodbye to you?
It's showing Ryu again.
Oh, you turned it back on. Ryu says it's turned back on, but the way to turn it on.
How much was this on Amazon?
How much would you like it to be?
How much did you pay for it?
That's not important.
Okay.
It was a good.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Was it from just some dude like on eBay, or was it from an actual company?
Definitely from an actual company that does this on the reg.
Was it Nintendo?
Legally, yes.
You need to post a picture of this on Twitter.
Yeah, this will definitely be going up
on the Red E320.
That was the thing. Let's just hold it for a second. Let's just.
Hold on, wait. Let me pull the picture of my face.
Oh God. This console, $39.99.
This is $39.99.
Yeah, it was a good purchase.
It feels like $39.99.
It's good. It's got everything I need. I played 6 hours of Tetris.
I like the button placement on it is BACD.
Yeah, the button placement is on point. What's not so on point is that sometimes my games crash for some reason.
Yeah.
So if we ever wanted to play it, it might be an issue. It has a really good Star Trek Deep Space Nine game on it. I don't want to play with you all the way through because it's like Shadowrun, but Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's got some good games on it. We legally own all of them. They're not ROMs, I swear. Don't at me. But yeah, let's.
There we go. There we go. Picture on the Twitter.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
You also need to do a picture of you.
We don't though.
Make that the banner. Forget EJ's beautiful artwork.
Forget that. Oh God.
Forget that mess. We need this picture of you on the fucking.
I'm pretty sure I tweeted that at you at one point.
Yeah, you did. It's
already on there.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
It's on there.
I'll make it my profile. I'll make it my banner.
Oh God.
I turned it on again.
That's fun. We got a few titles for this console.
Oh, for that.
Well, this is a part of the full Viva. This is the Viva Lite.
This thing.
Yeah. So this has got a lot of.
What's the difference between the Viva and the? What's the Viva normal look like?
The full bodysuit.
Oh, right.
It's think of Ready Player One, the haptic feedback, but it also has a machine gun gauntlet on it to protect you.
Jesus.
As well as full VR immersion. This is about VR immersion, while Neo is all about AR and augmented reality. Because the reality inside the walls is very beautiful and pristine. But of course, outside of the walls, it's terrible. So Sony's trying to immerse them in VR to distract them from their surroundings. It's just different purposes, but achieving the same goal of bliss.
Okay. All right.
So first title we got on here, obviously, is a horror game called Mario is Listening.
Wait. Is this the Mario that we all know and love?
Let's just say that some people had to die to get this game out.
Oh, God.
And this game came out in the future in 2023, and it's kind of quite a beautiful mess.
Oh, so it's not even good?
Think of Amnesia, but with Mario.
Like you were playing as him?
No, Mario is every monster.
Oh, God.
He's listening. Excuse me. Sorry. Think of that's the wrong. Think of Outcast or Outlast.
Outlast.
But in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Is it like as whimsical and bright and sunny as or is it as dark and?
It's as dark as you imagine it to be.
Well, is it as dark, but like all the characters still look the same? Like, or are they like deformed?
They're the same. They're heavy. The lighting game and shaders are on point for this, but they're still like Mario 64 polygonal.
Oh, okay.
So it's still kind of terrifying.
Is it VR? Did you say it was VR?
These are all VR titles.
All VR.
All these are going to be VR titles. Next one we have Little Big Dick Energy. Take a moment. It's okay.
I don't know if you can put that on a box and sell it, Rudy.
This is digital download. You know,
we're fine.
Yeah, this is okay. You can buy it after dark.
There's a porn game on the Switch. I saw it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Next up we have Conker's Live and Resolded. Another beautiful remake of beautiful remake.
I like to imagine that's just the name of the transaction that Rare had against Microsoft.
Probably, yeah. I think that's how it works. Jeez. Next up, we have Hankering for a Wankering. And
it rhymes.
There's no information for it. It's just
Hankering. That's just the name?
That's just a title.
What do you think it is?
Honestly,
I think it's an RTS.
No, I think it's like more of a FPS like simulator. But you know, because you're just like stressed out and hankering.
For hankering.
Yeah, and a wankering.
Oh yeah, that's right, hankering.
But you know, it's not appropriate. So what you got to do is to like self-control and to like how to be a grown-up and control your body.
So it's a measure about puberty.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's grown up. Yeah, it's think of every beautiful walking simulator that's been ever made. But 2. It's like Gone Home 2.
Gone Home. This is Gone Home 2.
Yeah. And next up we have Guess the Comb, presented by Brother Love. So
what do you do?
Another deep thinking. You play as just a guest of P. Diddy, and you're trying to guess what he wants you to do in his record label.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, and he's just like
that's the real horror game.
Yeah, it's real scary. It's very management sim heavy and just like trying to macromanage all these little things. But it's frustrating, and it's in VR. So it's even he's in your face.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, just yelling at you.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it's just like real life.
Yeah, it's not that great. Next up, we have Dead or Alive Sony Records, which is a sequel or actually a sister series to Guess the Comb, presented by Brother Love.
Wait, so the sequel comes out at the same time as the...
No, it's a sister series. You know, there have been multiple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like a side where you play as a producer at Sony Records, and a lot of the artists are just going at it hard, not sexually, but with their fists, and some people are not going to make it out of the studio alive. So it's everyone fighting to the death.
Is that like a drunk bar fight, that VR game?
Pretty much.
Huh.
But in a record studio.
Ooh.
So it's kind of
cool. Could I punch like...
with a mic stand.
But can I do that to like Elvis Presley?
He's probably unlockable. I don't know who Sony
It's
Records
like Tony
has.
Hawk. You got all like those like unlockable characters.
Next up we have Rezone of the Enders. You know, that one, that is what it is.
It's an interesting name for a title.
Yeah, it's you know what it is.
No, I don't. I don't.
It's Zone of the Enders, but rezoned.
All right.
Yeah, that's all you got to say. Next up, we have My Day in Court, live and objectified.
Oh, God. Is this about the Star Citizen guy?
I think so. I think this might be like every Kickstarter case brought to court.
Oh, really? And like vignettes.
Yeah.
It's like What Remains of Edith Finch, but for court cases.
Oh, jeez. Maybe. Yeah, we're just mowing through these. We got a lot left.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to... Next up, we have a Twisted Metal of Honor, Allied Assault.
Wait, wait. You predicted in the first episode that same title, but it was just a Medal of Honor game.
I think the first one I said, what was the first one? It was definitely something way worse than what I just said.
I think you said...
It was probably...
I think you said Medal of Honor, Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, it was definitely an Al-Qaeda game. But this is actually more arcadey.
Arcadey?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as... nostalgic of like recent history as the future will be. So I think this is actually going to be the new title. But you know, it's okay. It's how it goes. Next up, we have Metal Gear Solid 6, The Shooter Strut.
I'm going to say it's bad. Okay, hold on. Is this made by Kojima?
It's made by Konami.
But does Kojima have any involvement in this?
I cannot see. I don't know if Hideo is still alive.
Is this a pachinko machine?
No, this is actually a full game where you play as Revolver Ocelot.
Oh, okay.
It's fun. He's mostly strutting. It's kind of a DDR experience, but you know, it's fun. He has guns. He's shooting.
Like people?
Yeah, you know, like Gunkata, he's doing that, but during DDR.
Okay, I'm into this game.
It's kind of cool.
This
It's visually.
This is a day
stunning.
one purchase for me.
Yeah. This is one of those cool.
You got DDR and Gunkata? I'm sold.
Yeah. We'll go back to the Nindy services.
Ooh.
So for Nintendo, it's time for It's time for Nintendo. Nintendo Nindy services offer a chance for developers to work in a co-working space to develop whatever they like.
Ooh.
As long as it's the title in the contract they unknowingly signed when they moved into the complex.
Oh, God. That's horrifying.
So, it's like they're independent, but they're all working together under one project.
Yeah.
With a budget and responsibilities to Nintendo.
This is just you getting a job.
I believe that's called entrapment, but I don't think it's illegal if it's a company. Next up, we have a Switch offers Mario Made. Oh, sorry. It's a little too strong.
I've never seen you more excited to say the name of anything in my life. Oh, God.
We have the Switch offers Mario Made pizza delivered fresh to homes by armed drones with a Nintendo logo painted on it.
So is this real or is this a video game?
Oh, this is definitely part of the game. Well, I mean, it's real in the sense that it's we're about to get kicked out.
Someone's about to raid us.
Yeah, it's real in the sense that it's happening. It's an app more than it is a game, but it is like Mario is making pizzas through AI, through cognitive learning, machine learning.
This is impressive for Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're normally about just like, hey, let's.
They're R&Ding super hard. Because
I mean, with that lawsuit they just had,
yeah,
they
and
have
like
the money.
Reggie has been dying to get back into the pizza game. So it was bound to happen. But we got some titles to go along with that. First off, we got Donkey Konga 3, the Lumia Papi Kong. And he's a Dominican donkey, Kong that shows up.
Is this canon with the rest of Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very into eating plátanos and being himself.
Having a good life.
Yeah, having a good life.
Huh.
Yeah.
How does it involve the Joy-Cons?
They slap the congas.
So you just
like how I slapped the table.
You're just slapping Joy-Cons.
Yeah. And next up we have Mass Effect Andromeda Switch Edition.
Finally.
It's finally what people wanted ever since Mass Effect 3 came out on Wii U. We've wanted more Mass Effect, more EA titles.
On the Nintendo.
On Nintendo. Yeah. Next up, next up we have Law & Order SVU presents Mario is Missing. So it's a remake of the original titular series.
I just put together what you said. So is this a Law & Order game that's starring Mario characters, or is this a Mario?
Think of an episode of Law & Order SVU, but centered around Mario missing.
Okay.
So Ice-T's out there looking with the princess and Luigi, like, hey,
we gotta find that Italian.
Yeah, he's like sizing up Luigi, like, you do something to your brother? Did you rape your brother?
Oh God!
And they don't know. It's always got something. You notice? Yeah. We'll talk about Ice-T another day. There's some weird stuff on that show.
He deserves his own podcast approved by iTunes.
Yeah, 100%. Next up we have Brazzers Presents Cooking Mama. So it's quite a spin on the.
I think a lady just looked in her window and walked away.
She's about to kick us out soon.
It's fine.
But it's okay. We'll get past the terrible jokes now. Yeah. So it is what it is.
That sounds awful and horrifying.
It's a publisher stepping in.
Cookie Mama's an innocent lady.
Yeah, we can say that. We can say a lot of things. It's whatever the tags show up in the tags.
We're about to get fucking raided right now.
It's okay. Next up, we have a great new title, first party, called God of Wario. And it is exactly what you think it is. That's such a good name. It is 100% what you think it is.
Yeah.
God of War style gameplay with Wario on a motorcycle. Think of him, but as
I really want it to be the new God of War, but with a mod where you play as Wario instead of Kratos. Like same story and everything, just Wario instead.
And it's Wario raising a son and trying to be a fatherly figure, trying to put his life of crime behind him, but he's still a dastardly kind of character.
Still stealing.
Still a little, I want to gold. But my accents are terrible.
So does that mean that Wario killed Zeus and everything?
He definitely killed a lot of people in the Mushroom Kingdom. Listen, we talked about this on our live stream show a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Press X to Express presents.
Too bad you can't watch it because the
you can't watch it because we didn't save any of it, unfortunately.
But for the 5 viewers,
Luigi definitely shot up everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom.
That was a tragedy.
Yeah, it was just tragic. But yeah, it's in that same vein of like mass violence happening and like just life becoming tragic in the kingdom. But yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah. Next up, we have LA. I like my Pinot Noir.
How do you come up with these names?
It's the future. You got to pull it out. You
keep
gotta find
saying
it.
that every episode.
It's like the future is like so self-referential and self-sarcastic. It's like and so ironic that everything is just a mess.
A beautiful mess.
A beautiful mess, yeah. Like my Pinot. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Well, I've got some publisher titles.
Okay.
For EA.
Should we lightning round these?
Yeah, let's lightning round. Oh, jeez, let's lightning round. First up, we got Star Wars Episode 11, Revenge of the Clones. It's exactly what you think it is, as all the other titles are. Next up, we have Titanfall 2 VR Remake. That's just a good game.
Oh, that
sounds
a good
cool. Title.
Can you just be the level where you get the smart pistol and just play that over and over
that
again?
that would be a great experience. We also have Titanfall 2 mobile release. How do they do it? I don't know. We'll find out in 5 years. We also have Madden 24 plug and play into players. I put that in brackets. I think you plug into actual NFL players and control them.
That's illegal.
On the field.
That's also illegal.
But you know, it's a pay for play experience. It's kind of expensive, but the technology is there and they're going to utilize it.
Totally.
Next up, we have NFL Blitz, but good. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We have NFL Blitz. It's back. We'll move on.
I like that you keep looking into the camera that's there. Like it's.
I know. I can't stop looking to the camera. Jeez. We have NFL Blitz. Oh, jeez. I said that again. We have UFC 23, but everyone's Chuck Liddell. It's just good.
That's a great title.
Next up, we have Mirror's End.
I thought that was called Catalyst.
Yeah. It's a sequel to Catalyst, but this is the last one in the series. I think they're finishing the franchise.
Wrap out that trilogy.
Yeah. Bethesda is also bringing a few titles.
Cool.
We got Fallout 4 2. It's sort of like think of like you know, what's that other title? You know, Final Fantasy 13 2.
Oh, okay. But
sort of in that same vein. It's a sequel to that universe.
Do you play as Mama Murphy?
No, you continue your story as the greatest protagonist in any of the Fallout games.
Yeah.
The Soul Survivor. And I think that's his name, right?
Your character?
Yeah, your character is probably.
It's just Dad.
Well, I mean, you know how like each one has a different title of like the Lone Wanderer and all that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think you continue his story.
Okay.
Which is why it's 4-2. We also have Wolfenstein 2K19. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. It's now yearly event. Yearly release.
I have so many questions about Wolfenstein 2 2K19. Why is it called 19 in 2023?
Is
it directed by Spike Lee?
It should be.
A Wolfenstein game directed by Spike Lee.
Oh, jeez, that'd be good. And next up we'll have Prey 2, but the one I liked. The one that they showed off in the trailers that they never released. So we'll actually have that, and it won't be Cyberpunk.
What?
But yeah, we also have Elder Scrolls 6 will be teased again.
That sounds real.
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
That's pretty real. Now it's turn to Ubisoft.
Okay.
They got a few good titles, I think.
Are there Eagles?
No, but they do have Tom Clancy's The Reagans Did Nothing Wrong. So obviously a sequel to Wildlands.
French are making some statements.
Yeah, the French are out here. The French know nothing of U.S. politics. Oh God, the French are beautiful people. Tom Clancy's The Reagans Did Nothing Wrong is a great title, and I'm excited to play it. Almost as excited to play that as I am to play Tom Clancy's Hooked on the Chronic. And you know,
a lot of Tom Clancy coming hard.
That one is actually presented by Dr. Dre, so I'm really excited.
Oh,
yeah, it's the actual Chronic.
It's just the album.
Yeah,
it's just the album on a disc.
But yeah, we also have Watch Dogs 2 Non-Lethal. Good this time.
Is this a separate game, or
this
is
just
a
run-on sentence?
It's just a. That was good.
Thanks.
This is a DLC added on to Watch Dogs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's to Xbox One Watch Dogs.
Specifically, not PS4?
No.
Or PC?
To PC, yeah, because through Windows Play Anywhere.
Okay.
But we also have Rainbow Six Windstar. So we're taking the action out of Vegas, bringing it into some new locales, and thanks to collaboration with Windstar Casinos and Resorts, we'll have a new Rainbow Six. And we'll also have one more Rainbow Six coming out in the same year. Exciting. Called Rainbow Six Takedown Missions in Korea, which was actually released in Korea. This is a real game.
Wait, what? Wait, what's it called?
Rainbow Six Takedown Missions in Korea was released in South Korea 2001. I don't know what this game is, but I need to play it.
Rainbow Six. What's it called?
Takedown.
Oh my god, it comes up on Google.
It's real. It's crazy.
That's a long ass title.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know there are like 25 Rainbow Six games. It's a lot of Rainbow Six
but
games.
only one made in Korea.
Only one made in Korea that was never released in the US. But by 2023, I believe it will be fully released HD collection in the US.
I need to play this game. What's it on? PC?
PC.
Huh. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all about like fighting Yakuza, I think, which is weird in Korea. I don't know, dude. It's a weird game.
Yeah, that is weird. I want to play this game.
Dang. That's about it.
Wait, it just says this game is not based in the Rainbow Six timeline.
Oh no! Brian!
But, what?
I was sorry, I fell for Brian for a second. I know he cared a lot.
That was it? That was the last title?
Yeah, that's all I got. I have new players, but then I just have Midway 3000 again.
I mean, that's the only one you need.
Yeah, that one and Atari 26,000.
Better, bigger and better.
Bigger and better, and multiplied exponentially. But yeah, that's all I got. Jeez, that was a lot.
That was a lot, but you lightning round them.
Yeah, we lightning rounded quite a few of them. What are some of your favorite titles? There are quite a few good ones.
Mass Effect,
Amadrea
or whatever.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Wolfenstein 2K19.
That one's pretty good too.
I'm a fan of that.
I love Wolfenstein 2K19 specifically.
Man, I think.
Are there basketballs in that one?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure you can kill a Nazi with a basketball.
All that. If anyone can, BJ Blazkowicz can definitely do that.
He's probably like fighting with his daughters in that one, right? Yeah.
100%. It's a 3-player game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Caroline.
Carry my wings.
Carry my little girls for me.
He's still saying that in the third game.
He's in the grave. Caroline. He's leaning over looking at Caroline's corpse.
Yeah.
Help us. Jeez. Wolfenstein 2K19 is going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting year for video games in 2023, Rudy.
I think that's about our episode.
Yeah. Where are we at?
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Give it to me.
We're about nearly 2.5 hours in.
Holy fuck. That's longer than the E3 one.
It's getting better every year.
Every episode.
What? Oh, dang. Well, it's been a few months, so it's okay.
Yeah. It's for the people.
It's for myself actually when I needed something to listen to on the ride here. Oh man.
Okay.
Oh, God. I wish I was that cool. I wish I was cool enough to listen to myself.
I can do it.
Maybe.
Mate, what?
I need to be cooler.
Oh, you need to be cooler.
Yeah, I don't think I'm cool enough.
You're cool to me.
Thank you.
You're the coolest person I know.
I do have the future consoles. So.
You need to post it on the Twitter. Did you post that one? Did you?
I did not post anything.
Okay.
Yet,
you should.
We will. But yeah, thank you for joining us on another lovely episode.
Follow the Twitter.
Road to E3 2023.
Follow the Twitter.
That has been it.
Follow
us at E3 Road on Twitter. Yep. We are on Podbean. Road to E3 2023.
By the time
we're on iTunes.
By the time this episode comes out, we should be on iTunes.
We are.
I'll check iTunes right now.
I'm pretty sure we are on iTunes. It's been over 2 hours.
Let's check.
So it's probably.
Let's see if we can get a live reaction to us being on iTunes.
God, I hope not.
It's looking. Nothing comes up if you search Road to E3 2023.
That's heartbreaking.
What if I search it? I want to type in Road to E3.
Dang. We're the only road. There are no other roads.
There's
E3 Road.
There's Your Roadmap by Dave Ramsey.
E3 Road. I'm coming home to the place. I don't know that song. I was trying to remember the song. That I know.
Okay. But by the time you're hearing this, we should hopefully be up on iTunes along with this episode, hopefully.
2023.
And Rudy, you can
We're
hear
alive.
Rudy serenading you through the power of iTunes. Through the power of Apple.
On iTunes, but not Spotify.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, he's rhyming now. Stop him. Thank you for joining us.
Love you.
Stop it. Stop. Press the button.
You want me to do it? You want me to do it? I can do it.